Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast for authentic black male thoughts. I am Riker, and I'm joined by R. Reed and Armstead. Follow us on Twitter at EVYD Black Men, Instagram at Everyday Black Men, and Facebook at the Everyday Black Men Facebook page. Now let's start the show.
They don't ever address inflation. It just kind of levels itself out.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
inflation levels itself out over time.
Yeah, supposedly.
Should I wait and say that on the podcast? Or
Well, no, we starting back up. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have that weird sound that we had.
Yeah. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, R. Reed coming in over your ones and fives. I want to tell y'all hi. Keep it live, keep it jive, motherfuckers. Vercetti's in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, hoes.
Let's go ahead into the first topic, and that's going to be on Fat Joe in his statements on blackness in Latin America.
I can't roll my
Oh,
Afro-Caribbeans.
When he stopped in Hot 97 in New York, Fat Joe made some controversial statements. He basically said that Latinos are black and that Latinos may even identify themselves with African and black culture more than black people. He went on to talk about racial integration. And let's speak about Latinos not being black. Latinos are black. And he said that there were millions of slaves in Cuba, and the way actual Cubans, unclear who he's referring to here, integrated with them, and they had babies. So the problem with this statement is just, how the fuck are you going to be more black than black people?
So a lot of their people are of African-American descent. That's a lot in the quote-unquote South American region, because a lot of black people came down there too, or were already there, or people of color, depending on what you call. But the thing about that is, I don't really give a fuck what you consider yourself. All I care about is ADOS.
I mean, I agree with you there.
Yeah, so
I just think it's dumb.
Fuck you trying to fit in and all that other bullshit. Like, I don't really care. Call yourself black. I mean, we all know. If y'all ever watch Mexican television, everybody on their shows look like white people.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because they want to present themselves as white people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's
True.
the problem. Until you guys address that, because they got people as dark as anyone in this room, and you don't see them on TV.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, nigga, address your culture and
Yeah.
leave ours alone, you culture vulture.
Exactly. Don't be a culture vulture, Fat Joe.
But I do like that one song by Fat Joe.
Which one?
I don't know any songs by Fat Joe.
We talked about Fat Joe not too
I know,
long ago.
I remember. It was
Come
like,
on,
I was
Lean-
about to say Lean Back, and I'm like, I
Lean
really
Back.
like that song.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, his
I
last
like Big Punisher, though.
his
Big
last
Pun
one
He could
with
spit.
Yeah, he was dope.
yeah, Big
Yeah.
Pun was great. But his last one with Remy Ma, like their whole thing was pretty good.
I felt like he always wanted to be Big Pun, but he never could reach that.
did he do it? No, he didn't do that song.
What song?
That's
What
when
song?
All the Way Up. Was that?
Yeah, that was him
That
and
was
Remy
him
Ma.
and
That was
Remy
okay.
Ma.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, All the Way Up was
Yeah,
like
but
his
that
first
song
like
got
real.
annoying in 2 minutes.
It,
It was like bullying. Like after a while, it was just like
no, Ballin didn't get.
Ballin'
it
didn't
did.
get
It
too
did you?
old.
It did to me. We stay.
I think you just
Well,
trying to
that
bullshit.
no, that part. I'm talking about that part. where-
Ballin'.
That now I understand what you're saying about
Yeah.
that. I was thinking about more of the other song that he did, where he did the feature.
I'm
The
not certain talking
I don't know which one you're talking about.
dang man, he was.
You could,
Well, you know,
It'll come
I
back to me
can
later.
fix it in post.
yeah, just look it up. But go ahead. What do you think about these Afro
Things.
Latinos?
Tommi Vercetti.
All right, so some shit that really has always irritated me about this is I hate when motherfuckers want to claim to be black, but when it's time to
No,
be
she's fine, dude.
But
Okay,
like,
you
here's the
can hear
thing. I hate when people want to claim to be black, but when it's actually time to be black, these motherfuckers are nowhere to be found.
They want your culture, not your
Exactly.
struggle.
Exactly, and it's like, bro, you can't motherfucking claim this, but don't claim the other thing. That shit doesn't make sense. Like, listen, as a black person, if we get pulled over by the police, there's a 98% chance that either A, we are going to get called a nigger with that hard ER,
That's a large percentage.
or we're going to get killed.
That is a large percentage.
It is
But
a
it's
large
not
percentage.
wrong.
But
That
it's
is-
not wrong if you're in the
She
South.
said 98%.
Have
Any
you
of
been
us been
stopped
called
by?
over?
Have you been stopped by somebody and called boy?
No.
Okay, all right, sir. You've
been-
had a way better time than me.
Yeah.
I've been called boy a lot more than I'd like to
you
talk
were living
about.
in Conyers and bullshit like that.
No, nigga, no,
Like,
nigga.
The only place I got pulled over was Conyers, and it was some Caucasian lady, bitch cop, and that bitch was just a bitch. And
I mean, she's a bitch, so
she
how
knew
could she be
better than
anything
hit me.
else?
White women ain't gonna hit you with that racist shit for the most part, unless a white male is in prison.
Are you insane?
Not no black male. They never
Are
did to me.
you
I
insane?
think
I'm gonna tell you this.
He might be a little bit.
Every time where I get pulled over,
White
whether it be a
females.
black cop or a white cop, if I get pulled over by a white cop, I always get the hey, do you have any guns or drugs in the car?
I get that too, though.
I get that, but if I get pulled over by a black cop, you getting a ticket. Period.
Black people too. They
Period.
get-
But you talked.
You just getting a period.
You talked about that.
you
What,
getting a
like
ticket,
2
period.
podcasts ago? 3
No,
podcasts
I'm just saying,
ago?
like it's just
Nigga,
crazy.
you holding on to this hurt for a long
Gosh,
time.
it hurts, man. It's like black people always be trying to be in power where they can fuck up other black people.
Yeah, but we admitted you're right, and I'm glad that you
She said
have
98%. Though.
that you're Vincent.
You still on that?
I'm not wrong though.
I mean, you're wrong, but I'm letting you go with this because it's
Shut
we
up,
have
I'm
to
not
make it look
wrong.
worse than what it is, though.
It is.
100% of the time.
Okay, 67. But
I think that's close to reality.
I'm not gonna argue those numbers.
We can't.
Yeah, we're
argue
gonna go with
67.
over 50. Anything over 50,
Yeah,
but
definitely
below
over 50.
99.
Yeah, 90, 98. That was hard. Although you were right about the federal conviction rate. Although you were off by 3%, but I feel like that's pretty
That's
right.
still high because
Yeah.
everybody snitches.
I mean, it's not just that everybody
Everybody
snitches. It's the fact that 90% of people just accept the charges they're given because they probably took a plea deal because they probably snitched. 2% actually go, but the win ratio is 0.004. So if that's your success rate, 329 cases out of 79,704, I believe, off the top of my head, you're
He saw this.
you're
recently.
fucked. Yeah.
He's not doing that, man.
Yeah, I'm not doing that math. I looked all this stuff up, calculated it out. Same thing for Facebook, man. I didn't realize they made $2,148 each second.
I told you.
Each
Ew.
fucking second.
I said that Facebook probably made $10,000 off all of us. Just in
Well, no,
general.
off each American user, they only make, I think, $86.14.
A day or a year?
No, just by existing. But because of all that data swirled together, that's how they're
No,
able
I
to make
think we
that
were talking
insane
about
amount of
tech
money.
companies in general. Amazon, Google.
Well, Amazon, they
Facebook.
mostly use their stuff internally. So that was something I found out was interesting. That's how they're able to, if you buy a whole bunch of lube juice, be like, hey, maybe you want fucking cuffs.
Their
Maybe you
ads
want...
too. But they use it to push ads to you when you do their search engines.
Yeah, exactly. Through their search engines.
Google AdSense, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah,
Lube
Google
juice.
AdSense.
I'm sorry, that's still funny to me.
Yeah, man, lube juice, you do the maneuver. I'm sorry, that was a D-Bangs line. Always funny.
In Philadelphia.
But, yeah,
The new
great
season
show.
started, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, it's
check
Sunny
it
in
out.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, it wasn't that good, the first episode.
It wasn't?
No.
Oh.
You're a fan?
Yes.
I'm
I
starting to
that
love you
show.
more and more as we just keep talking.
I feel like you fall in love with every one of our guests, and then that becomes a problem because they never want to come back due to you.
That was only like 5 times.
I mean, he doesn't seem terrifying at all.
No,
I'm
he's not
terrified.
he's not terrifying. He's just slightly annoying. But at the same time, nigga, you met my mom and y'all had a very nice conversation.
I'm surprised she's your mother.
I mean, my mom is a very interesting woman, and when you look at her and then you look at me,
She
you're
reminded
like,
me of the old black progressive who just, they pay attention enough to love it and just kind of go with it. But as far as with you, I don't see her ever being strict, just more understanding, loving, and caring, like you want your mom to be.
I mean, yeah.
Like, where did you get this hardcore, like, sense about you sometimes when it comes to, like,
Oh, because
relationships and
I'm the
women?
reclaimer. I'm the person that's unifying my households. It's like Game of Thrones because both of my brothers. I mean, I'm fine talking about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
I pretty much was the person to get the first of everything because I was like the first person to
I wouldn't
go
know
to
anything
college as a male. Because
You're the oldest.
yeah, I'm the oldest, but I have an older cousin, but he didn't go to college, so a lot of people look down on him for
I
that.
thought your brother was older than you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. I'm
So
the
that's
oldest.
different.
I thought you were in the middle. Huh?
You're the middle child too, right?
I'm the middle.
Yeah, you're the double middle. But for me, like I'm the person who has to unify all these different forces. I also got like everything. Like everybody was at my graduations from high school. Everyone came to my college graduation. My brothers weren't so lucky. So part of that is me feeling guilt, but also part of it is me unifying the household so that we have
Did you
something
go
going
to
forward.
their graduation?
I mean, I went to their graduations, but my middle brother's graduation was a fucking shit show. He had a huge, he'll probably be fine with me keeping this in. He had a huge, basically, argument because none of us came and visited him during his fucking graduation, which when we were in the moment, we were like, oh my God, where's this coming from? But then looking back on it, it's like, yeah, we did fucking abandon you. And just like, here you go.
Miffy.
Here you go. Just see things how they are. Meanwhile, for me, like I lost power for like 6 hours, and they're like, all right, we're bringing the whole family up there. We're going to bring you food, what you want, all this other stuff. It's like, y'all are going to make a 6-hour drive to just come see me.
That's real love.
I mean, yeah, that's the kind of love I want to give to all of my kids. But like my grandparents came up and visited me because college was like there was something that happened in the cafeteria, and they were just like, oh, we're just gonna bring the whole family. Like when you look at that as my younger two brothers, it's like, why does this nigga just get everything handed to him? So that's
all
why.
like that with my little sister. Like when I got my 10-speed, this got her 10-speed. That's the only thing I remember off the top of my head. But I remember she used to like music, and I remember she had this Sammy CD, and I broke the shit out of it because she kept playing that one damn song. I like the way you look at me. I broke the hell out of that shit. She's like, where is it? She never knows to this day. I broke that CD. And I wasn't into music until I was like 16, 17, 15,
Same.
16. Yeah, and then like my music taste was weird because I started off on like Jay-Z, Nas, AZ, shit like that. Then I moved down south, so I knew these niggas suck. But
hey man, sometimes it be
how
like
else
that.
would I get crunk with these dudes?
Yeah, you got to get crunk with these dudes, and then you met Armstead, and the rest is history, as they say.
I'm just too cold, man.
Just too cold, man. Oh boy, that
Dude.
Oh yeah, I listen to Swamp Niggas.
Swamp nigga.
Oh, that beat is still hard to
It is.
That beat has aged way better than it deserved to fucking
That came to the
age.
bubbles.
It aged very fucking well. When I first listened to it, I was like, "What is this thing?" And then like they actually finished the talking and the actual song starts. You're like, "Okay." And then like that chorus come in. You're just like, "Fuck it."
Even the verses weren't that bad. Like it flowed.
Yeah, the verses really
Flowed.
weren't that bad.
Yeah.
It all flowed well together, and that's what I think you're talking about when you talk about how people make songs.
Yeah, there's some songs that are timeless, man. Because I was riding around the other day and the radio made a mistake and came on because Bluetooth got disconnected.
Fuck that shit.
And, what was that song? It was a Drake song.
Which one?
Who the fuck is y'all? That song.
What is that? Headlines?
I know what song you're talking about though.
Ready to do it. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Over.
going in.
Over.
I don't know.
No, you're talking
I
about
still like
Over.
that song.
I know.
I
way too
still
many
like
people.
All Me too.
What's All
Been
of
through
Me?
this all me for real. I still like that shit
I
too.
think that song.
I still like
think-
Uptown.
Uptown.
Uptown is also a good one.
What's
It
your
aged very
favorite
well.
Drake song?
I'm not a Drake fan.
My favorite Drake song would probably be, and this is gonna be controversial, Hotline Bling. But it is literally the end of a relationship told through a song without it being super fucking depressing.
I like Erykah Badu's version of that song.
I mean,
I
Erykah
like-
Badu does anything well, so
Exactly.
I would go with that.
I like my what's the name nigga version. I can't even remember his damn name.
Who?
Who made Cha Cha Slide?
Damn, what is his damn name?
He had a weird name. Does real fucking music.
Yeah, that
I
was.
do
something
the
like
cha
that.
cha.
Oh, Dram.
Oh, you mean Drum? Yeah.
Drown. But yeah, my favorite is Forever by Drake.
Oh, Forever is good, but Forever is good
I mean
because you
that
had
be
all. It was like one of the last super group songs that was made.
Eminem.
Isn't that the one with Eminem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Eminem,
niggas
Drake,
on the-
Kanye.
Like
There
a
you
Brian
go.
Anchor boy, I ain't nothing to play with. Is that the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
Drake's verse. I just remember Eminem.
Yeah. I was thinking about that
Yeah,
song just
Forever. I
now.
love that song.
Yeah,
That was
song.
like the start
All
of
this shit
classic
forever,
Drake.
man. That was, man.
First names on something, last name greatest, like a Sprain Anchor boy, I ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
First
that
name
one.
ever, last name
Yeah,
greatest.
there it is.
It was in the song.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Yeah,
la-
but that's my favorite Drake
last name
song.
ever.
Just like my
Whatever.
favorite Jay-Z song is it's between December 13th and Song Cry. It's a weird combination.
Huh?
What?
My favorite Jay-Z song is Caught Their Eyes.
I don't remember that song.
It's on his current album. That and
I did
Moonlight.
not like that album, but I never admitted
fucking
that.
adore that album.
Of course you didn't admit
The
it.
Black
because
album
you're-
was so much better.
It was.
Like,
I prefer the White Album version, but best version.
the Black Album, man, I used to love Blueprint, but as I got older, I love the Black Album. And Blueprint 2 extended, but like the cut down version, you got to cut like 13 of them songs off.
Correct?
And it was a better album. It was just too many songs.
Yeah.
Like,
But no, I really enjoyed the story of OJ. Like that is probably my standout from
Yeah,
that
that's a
album.
dope
I do like
song.
yeah.
it had something. It was just,
Well, no, it's just the more I reflect on the story of OJ, the more it's like we're gonna come back to this like 50 years from now and be like,
time served it well.
you niggas really did not understand what Jay-Z was trying to tell y'all. Like he was trying to tell you,
Yeah.
like literally, do not take deals because you're always gonna get fucked. Especially with, and I hate to be this guy right now, but Hustle and Flow that Netflix is coming out with. First up for corrections, it's Rhythm and Flow. It's great for T.I. and for all these other people. I'm glad they're getting work. But anyone who gets a deal on there, you're getting a shitty 360.
I hope it ain't a deal through T.I.
No, it is a shitty 360 deal through through Netflix. Netflix owns basically your whole career, how you're managed, your music. Like
Depends on
basically,
where you at, you can take it.
no, but like they own your ass indefinitely.
I don't know about no indefinite.
Yeah, because they talked about it on State of the Culture from like last year, and they're like, "Who's gonna sign up for this shit?" And then when I saw T.I. and all these other people, I'm like, "These niggas are gonna be
like,
the ones."
why would you even like? Who did T.I. put on?
I mean, that's the problem is that T.I. really hasn't put on
Because when
anyone.
B.O.B. was hot, he was in jail. And
Correct.
let's be honest, the other dude, he's hot, but I don't think he's as hot as we think he is anywhere else.
Correct.
Call ain't got no roof. Oh, Young Dro.
Young Dro.
Yeah, Young Dro. I mean, he can't even really take
Fergie,
credit
what's that white
for
chick name?
Young Thug because Young Thug was more so Birdman.
What's that white chick? She had
What, Iggy Azalea?
Iggy.
and that was it. Like
Oh, the
she,
fake Australian.
Oh,
The
she's not even a fake
actual
Australian.
Australian.
She's a terrible version of Australians.
and who else is there? Even Pimp Squad Click. What was that group he came out with?
PMC.
Hustle Gang.
PSC.
Hustle Gang was trash.
No, it wasn't.
None
They had
of
some
them
dope
niggas,
songs. Remember
like-
that song, Friends?
Sir, I'm talking about like their
Career
their trajectory.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the music you make is great if you get a shitty deal. Like the thing is that
Yeah.
if you get a shitty deal, you're generally fucked forever. And the only person who's gotten out of a shitty deal would be fucking Master P.
A lot of people.
And
Eventually.
Frank Ocean.
Oh well, no, Frank Ocean finessed out of a deal.
He still got out of it though.
I'm not disagreeing on that. I'm saying like Master P actually got out of a deal by basically telling them, "Hey man, remember that thing I was doing for you guys before? Give me $10 million up front and I'll take care of it again." And then when they gave him the money, he just fucking dipped. And everybody's like, "Where's the money to make our shows? Master P got your money." No, I got my money, nigga.
I'm not responsible for y'all.
Exactly.
They were the first people to keep dropping album after album after album. You have to wait
Yeah.
like a year or two. That's the difference, man. The South revolutionized the game when it came to like artists.
True.
Even the mixtape game. Y'all remember the old mixtape game used to be like you just make songs on other people's beats. Like up north, they used to make these mixtapes.
Dedication.
Lil Wayne, I would actually give him
Yeah.
credit
Dedication 1 and 2.
Lil
My
Wayne did
favorites.
a lot.
for that. Little favorite Lil Wayne albums or favorite mixtapes?
Favorite mixtapes he did.
Damn.
Carter 1 and 2 are still my favorite albums from
Carter
him.
1 is my favorite. And 500 Degrees, not Carter 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People don't, man, I keep telling people
Block
500
is hot.
Degrees.
Block is hot.
I don't think that was
No, that's not. I'm going with that. I'm going with that as one of my
downloaded
favorites.
that
Like
the other
looking back, you made me look back on it when y'all two were talking about it. I think that was 2 podcasts ago, and I just was like, "Damn, I really did love this shit. This
Yeah.
was actually really good."
I mean, he changed. He rap more like Jay-Z now, but nobody ever calls him out for that.
Yeah, they don't call
Well,
him
I
out for
do.
his bullshit.
Wait, who?
Lil Wayne.
rap
Oh.
like Jay-Z.
Yeah. Okay, so what I want to talk about is the Bryon Allen fight. So basically, Bryon Allen
Yeah.
is a entrepreneur who is trying to get his networks on places like Charter, Comcast. He's so far been successful with DirecTV after suing AT&T. He's gotten it on Dish Network, and he basically is fighting for representation because the biggest thing is that everyone knows BET is not our fucking network, and they will put up what they want to put up. And y'all can be mad at Johnson for selling out, but look, if a nigga offers you $1 billion, you probably gonna fucking take it.
It's not
Or maybe it was
even-
500 million. It was something that was ridiculous for the time. So I was wrong here. Robert Bob Johnson sold BET for $3 billion to Viacom. Weird fact, BET was co-founded with his wife Sheila Johnson, and they divorced about a year after the network was sold. She was awarded one of the largest settlements in U.S. history and married the judge who presided over the case, proving once again, life is stranger than fiction.
It's not even that for BET. It's just like no, like BET has not been shit since 2007.
BET's never been shit. I never remember. I remember people. That's another show, by the way. Different World. I don't like it.
I didn't like.
I never
the
really was a
different-
big fan of Different World too.
I didn't like Different World, The Cosby Show, or like none of that shit.
think
I
that's
like
an
the
age
Cosby
thing.
Show.
I did
Wow,
not
this
like the
is-
Cosby
I
Show.
like the
bro.
Cosby
Y'all are really out
didn't
here
like the
trying to
Cosby Show
burn
either.
things
I
down.
like the Cosby Show. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
jokers. All right, jokers. I got y'all.
I like 227 better than I like the Cosby Show.
I didn't like that shit either.
Whoa.
I don't remember
Sanford and
227.
Son. I used to love
Sanford and
that
Son
like
was my
Sanford
shit.
and
I
Son.
fuck with Sanford and Son.
show.
I feel like
Trying to
y'all
think, Amen.
are born
Shine
in the
on the light
wrong.
from heaven, Lord.
I feel like y'all were born in the wrong
It
decades.
just depends on
Okay.
what you like. Did you like any of those shows or Cosby Show?
Good times.
I liked every
No.
show except for
I liked
227.
episodes, but I didn't like.
Yeah,
Good
I
Times.
like certain episodes of Good Times, but
I used to watch it too.
I mean, the only problem with Good Times is that you're looking back on it and you didn't grow up with it. Whereas, like, when you watched like It's All That or most of the shows on Nickelodeon. You grew up when the humor was at its peak, when it was rising.
I didn't think All That was funny. I like Kenan and Kel, but I didn't like
Kenan
All
and
That.
Kenan and Kel was more black, but All That had at least relevant jokes to teenagers at that time.
Burger, home of the good burger. Can I take
I wish my brother and me got at least 1 or 2 more seasons before it got clipped.
It got clipped because, again, goes back to ratings.
Yeah.
No. My brother.
Was my shit.
Yeah, Cousin Skeeter was pretty.
My brother, I remember that one too. Cousin Skeeter and T and Tamari show. I didn't like that T and Tamari.
Oh, you talking about sister?
Yeah, but
That
I like
shit was
Smart
boring.
Guy.
I like Smart Guy. I did like Smart Guy. That was one of the Wayans brothers,
Smart
right?
Guy.
That was one of the Wayans brothers, right?
No, that's T and Tamari. That's his little brother.
Yeah, the little brother from the
Taj.
show.
Yeah, Taj.
No, wait a minute. What was the?
Yeah, that was him for the show, right?
You thinking of My Wife and Kids? That shit was funny.
My Wife and Kids got canceled too early too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that is what I'm thinking about. It.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying,
better representation of black people than.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that was a realistic representation of black people without the lofty like Cosby and like black people are so very whatever.
I don't like Blackish.
Well, I think.
Hey man, I like Fresh Prince too.
Well, yeah, but Fresh Prince is an idealized version of black people. Like that, it's got the Cosby problem in that you don't see them niggas ever. Like you don't see anybody who doesn't. Like they didn't really have any problems at home. Most of the problems were external. And the family structure didn't have any like whatever. Like
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wife?
Yeah.
No, he didn't divorce and get a light skinned white. They kicked the woman off and had to make her.
Yeah, they got rid of original Aunt Viv.
Yeah, they got rid of her because she wanted to do collective bargaining.
They did.
No, she wanted to do collective bargaining, and Will Smith didn't want to sign on for that, and everybody went behind Will Smith because they knew if you follow the star, you're generally going to keep a paycheck. She was the only one who held out, which is why to this day they had that rift going on, although supposedly they solved it. But it's one of those things where I don't fault her, but sorry, Armstead. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
About Taj Mahal?
Yeah. You're talking about you're talking about the divorce for me talking about Fresh Prince and them not really having any internal problems.
No, I was saying on the Fresh Prince there was a couple problems that happened in there, but it was like more I think in the beginning of the season.
I felt like he was they removed him from real problems and put him in problems that you really wouldn't address. Like ain't no niggas gonna come like at the schools he were going to, like Will and what's name was going to.
I'm not even talking about them situations. I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about the one. Remember where he went. He went somewhere, and where the hell was he at?
Was he with Lisa Ray at the time?
No. This is a time where there was an episode basically he had went somewhere, and they was inside of some building or something like that, and he ended up getting into a fight with somebody. You know what I'm saying? It was something about some drugs or something like that. That was one.
Yeah, but to me, like that wouldn't like those people are more insulated than we act like they are. Correct. If you living in a Bel Air mansion, you ain't fucking with niggas.
Correct. You're not having them kind of problems.
Yeah, that's why when I said my wife and kids, right?
Because my wife and kids was realistic problems.
Realistic. I think
like getting a girl pregnant.
My wife and kids was better.
Realistic.
Cosby, a doctor family, all of those kids went to college and like, nigga, ain't.
That shit does not happen all the time.
As much as we don't want to admit it, going back to the Fat Joe thing, like the George Lopez show, like that was a realistic portrayal of how your family would deal with a lot of stuff.
I watched it every now and then.
Steve Harvey, I like Steve Harvey because the kids seem more real to me than that.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey kids were real.
Well, like that was more.
All that was going on in that show.
What do you think about Family Matters?
Family Matters was good, but the problem was Urkel. When he's actually being Urkel, he's annoying enough to where it's believable why the dad was like literally fuck you. When he turned into Stefan, it was completely 180,
everybody liked him.
And everybody liked him. And that's also way too unrealistic.
A cultural significance at the time. What nerds were regarded as at the time.
It definitely helped push the nerd, like, hey, nerds can be people that are cool too. At the same time, it just is what it is and it ain't what it ain't when it comes to stuff like that.
We'll do that. Sitcoms, ladies and gentlemen, coming soon. Go back and watch a couple episodes of these
but
shows.
But the difference here and the reason that I was like, let's keep talking about this stuff.
This goes back to
we need those kind of shows now because now our kids are growing up watching fucking dinosaurs and reality TV shit
like
my
that.
Goodness!
Like I would never let my kids. Like what the fuck is this shit? Like,
and it's not even being made by people who look like us for our children.
That's the part that these people don't get, and like they're making it. It's exploitation of youth. Yeah, really.
They're exploiting the youth because they know they can.
Yeah,
and that's way problematic. But go ahead.
Here's my thing with reality TV.
Tommi Vercetti.
I'm just sick of just old people fighting over shit that's like 10 years old. Like, bro, y'all niggas was beefing about this shit in like 2010. It's 2019.
Most times it's over
y'all
money.
hoes need to let that shit go.
If it's over money, most people ain't gonna let it.
Yeah,
But
they
it's
ain't gonna
not
let it go.
money. It's just
It's
about
petty
like
bullshit.
who fucked whose husband or like.
First of all, fix your
Yeah,
husband.
remember, whenever you get money, your problems are different. So you just.
But them hoes don't really have money. It's like they just have
Oh,
like
they
a
got
couple
money.
$1,000 more
Oh, they
than
got
we
money.
do.
Some of them do have money.
Yeah, they
Like
got
some
money.
of them do have money, but a lot of them it's just like
They
bro,
not
this shit.
millionaires,
I
but
don't want to.
they ain't begging for
Like
money.
I would just much okay if we gonna do like reality TV shows like the Housewives of Atlanta and all that bullshit. Throw that shit away. That shit is just toxic and negative. That shit is just teaching people just how to be fucking assholes. Like,
But that's exactly what the media wants you to do as a black person.
that's what I'm saying. Like that shit's annoying. Versus with Lil Kim's like reality show Girls Cruise, it was nothing but just positivity and women just fucking
And
getting
that's why
along with each other
nobody wanted
because
to
they
watch
liked
that.
it.
Because that's not a whole bunch of women doing petty, catty bullshit. But that goes back to something that R. Reed talks about oftentimes, which is people push this negative persona out there.
They want chaos.
Because they want chaos. They want it to be something where it's just, all right, nobody's unified, no one's coming together. And that's kind of the problem is like when you have all these networks that aren't run by people who look like you, of course they're gonna do whatever. And when Comcast tried to give Al fucking Sharpton some money that be like, oh, see, we have like a diversity person and
Even like Revolt, like
yeah, go ahead, talk about that. Kid.
that nigga does not own Revolt, and if he does, it's
P.
probably
Diddy
like
does
a
not.
small percentage. If he does,
No, he has some share in it, but also part of it is Revolt hasn't been able to get off the ground. They're more famous on YouTube than anywhere else because they haven't really pushed
they don't even
that
have
network.
TV shows, do they? It's like it's supposed to be a video channel. Or music
It's supposed to be video,
Like, it's supposed to be like MTV was before MTV
Started becoming
turned
shit.
to super, like whatever the fuck MTV is. I don't even know why they call it MTV.
It's not MTV anymore. It's
Yeah.
more like reality shows and then some music too.
It's
I don't
pregnant
even
white
think. Have
women
you
every
seen
day.
music on there? They still play music?
I ain't seen a music video. On
No,
that
they
bitch.
have a what is it? Not TRL now. It's some other fuck shit. But
Oh, wow, bro.
it's kind of like that. And yeah, for the most part, they're just a media company now.
And like y'all know, Diddy don't even own Ciroc.
Yeah, I knew
He's
about
a
that.
fucking spokesman.
I knew about that. He's just a spokesman, and that's why whenever you niggas are like, oh yeah, we gotta buy Ciroc. No, you don't.
Well,
Does,
Ciroc-
does
let's be honest with
Ludacris-
you, Ciroc's okay.
The Ludacris own
Oh,
his?
Ciroc
vodka.
is good.
For a vodka.
Yeah, it's good.
What was his?
Wasn't his like Nuvo or something?
Yeah, what was Ludacris?
No, that was
Yeah, what
was
was it?
Jeezy, wasn't it?
No.
Nuvo?
Jeezy never got to
I'm pretty sure Jeezy.
Well, no, I'll check it in post.
They all
so,
with liquor.
so don't worry about it. Don't worry
But
about it all. I will
They all got
insert it.
liquor for because what's the name?
Yeah,
had-
everybody's got
Nicki
at least
got
something.
Minx.
Yeah.
I think she's just a spokesman. She only a spokesman.
I think she might only be a spokesman. But representation is really the big fight here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bob. What's his name?
His name is Bryon Allen. So
Bryon
what he's doing is
Allen.
he's using a very obscure law, the Civil Rights Act of 1886. And he's using that to push forward the fight that black people are supposed to have some small percentage of everything.
Ownership.
So
He owns a cognac. I'm sorry.
oh, he owns a
What's
cognac.
the name of
Yeah,
it?
Conjure.
Conjure.
Oh, who else? What's the name? Jeezy on Nuvo, right?
And it's the
Something.
Civil Rights Act of 1866, sorry.
Oh.
But basically, we're supposed to have some small percentage of it. Now, Comcast wants to limit this and basically say that that's not something that we need to have. And that's a really dangerous fight going up again into the Supreme Court in November.
Donald Trump, by the way, is racist ass supported.
Yeah, and of course, this is the one time that the Department of Justice and Comcast have come together, and the Department of Justice is actually pushing forward Comcast's argument. So whenever people are like, oh yeah, who's in the presidency don't matter, this is a direct example of who's in the White House fucking mattering. Black people, what we need you to do is email your fucking senators and your representatives. Is that going to mean that they're going to automatically support it? No, but let your voice be heard because
Pretty much, they trying just like if we represent 15% of the quote unquote
Population.
then we're supposed to have 15% of everything else. And what they're arguing is they're trying to limit that. Basically, they're gonna use that to turn into everything else, like affirmative action, all that kind of stuff. But keep telling y'all it's not about us. Affirmative action is about white women. It has nothing to do with your black ass.
By the way, Young Jeezy, he used to own Avion,
Avion.
but he doesn't own it anymore. He sold it.
fucking niggas.
He sold it to him and his partner Ken Austin sold it to what is it? Pernod Richards, whoever that is. Spirits Company.
Being
Oh,
for white
affirmative action.
women.
I think they're just using that to pretty much. I think they see the writings on the wall. black people are talking about it a lot, but they're not really acting about it when it comes to like reparations and things of that nature. So if you get this removed, they can say fuck you. Or if you go apply for a job and they don't choose you simply based on your name, that'll be some shit. I think it's larger than what we give it credit to, but I think people aren't scared yet till it passes or fails to pass or they remove it.
Yeah, basically once the ruling is overturned from the lower court, because the lower court ruled in
favor of him.
I believe the lower court
he's
ruled
suing him for $20 billion, right?
Yeah, $20 billion.
That's a lot of goddamn money.
I mean, but that's the amount of money that you would need if you want to start a fucking network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How much do you think it costs to run fucking Comcast in a general year? Like, I can look up the
Comcast shouldn't even have a network. Number one.
Correct. They shouldn't be allowed to because that's really breaching kind of all antitrust
monopoly rules. Because think about it, you buy your cable from Comcast. And they have networks. If they have networks and the networks say, hey, I want to raise the amount of money I charge for this channel, they can't be the same person who does it. Then they'll just raise your cable bill without even having any answers to you.
Because remember, they own that network. So if anything associated NBC, they can raise that shit and be like, oh, I guess we're charging more money, and you don't even have a say in it because Comcast is also the people that you're buying your service from. And they take it a step further. They also own mobile phones now, so Comcast could be the people who are sending you all the text messages for shit.
It's
still through Verizon, but at some point in time, I think Comcast is going or start their own network just because that's the next logical step.
I think they should buy Boost.
Well, they might have a chance at that because Boost is being sold.
AT&T?
No,
we're
Boost was Sprint.
This was Sprint.
But Sprint sold it as
they
part
have to sell
of
it.
the.
I don't know if they sold it yet.
Well, no, you're right. They have to sell it, but they were looking at selling it to Dish because they're not allowed to own it. So Comcast could come in there and buy it from Dish or buy Dish's share of Spectrum.
They ain't gonna let them buy Dish. Oh, Dish own a part of Spectrum?
Yeah, because remember,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the problem.
All that stuff is connected because DirecTV bought AT&T, so I guess they bought a part of Spectrum.
Everyone owns a part. All these places own a part of Spectrum. Comcast doesn't yet, but if they were to buy Boost, then they would own some parts of Spectrum because they would own whatever frequencies Boost operates on, or they would own more of the rights because currently they're operating as what we call an MVO, and I'll add what that is. So I was wrong here. It's MNVO, a mobile virtual network operator. It's a wireless communication service provider that does not own a wireless network infrastructure over which it provides services to its customers. An MVNO enters into a business agreement with a mobile network operator to obtain bulk access to network services at wholesale rates and then sets the retail prices independently in here. But basically, they make a network off someone else's network and basically lease a certain amount of text messages, phone calls, and data from them at a specific rate. That's also how Google operates their network that they run. What is it called? Like Google Go or... Damn, I forget what it's called. But
Fiber?
No, not their fiber.
No, their phone.
I'm talking about their phone.
Like you could take any phone in there.
Google Fi.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like $30 a month, if that, and it's unlimited phone calls and unlimited text messages. But
and then some amount of data.
Get you.
Yeah,
the data. You can add as much as you want for unlimited, and it's still a cheaper plan.
Yeah, you can get unlimited for 3 phones. But this is important. Black people, you're right, probably won't care. But since we've been talking about
I think
media,
the court case come up November 20th.
I think it's November 13th.
13th, okay.
Yeah, but it's gonna be really fucking important.
We'll see.
And we'll see what happens.
We won't matter till it's too late. But I think the next president, whoever's gonna challenge it or whatever, hopefully, or they may not, because maybe Trump will be president again 4 years.
Jesus fuck.
I mean, you can't really say Jesus fuck. I mean, you got to do what you can do, which is nominate a candidate or help nominate a candidate. That's good. Georgia's gonna have our general election coming up for Democrats next year, so make sure that you vote there. I mean, do the things that you can.
I mean, of course.
But at the same time, if he does win, I mean, hopefully you voted for the right people for your Senate and your House of Representatives. Or no, I don't think Senate seats are coming up. House of Representatives are.
I thought we do have a Senate seat coming up.
We have one?
Yeah, I believe we do.
Okay.
Because that one guy retired, remember? And they kind of
trying
to get Stacey Abrams to run so she can lose again.
Well, no, I think she would win that. I just think that.
What did she run for originally?
She ran for governor, and she almost got that shit. So I think she can win. I think she can win.
She almost got it. How far away was she?
She was like
49%, I think.
Yeah, she was 49%. She was like a couple thousand votes.
Oh,
yeah.
She might get it this time.
There was a lot of voting tampering going on. But
not just voting tampering. Remember when
that
they
shit is
closed down the
always
polls?
going on, man.
Well, but the difference is that people were way better at catching it this time around.
Yeah.
Like last time around, people were like, "Oh, they told me some bullshit."
Man, her campaign was awesome. That early voting thing that came in the mail.
Well, they knew the more people they get with early voting, then you have less people at the polls, which means people don't get frustrated. Because the thing that you're fighting for the most part is voter frustration. If you've got 3 kids and you came out to vote and the polls close at a certain time and you in line and people are talking bullshit,
that should be a national holiday. We gotta.
I mean, I don't think it should be.
Why?
It absolutely should be. I think it's fucking week off is what I think. I think we talk all this goddamn democracy shit. Why can't we for once every 4 years when we have a presidential election give people the whole week off and allow them to vote? Give them a whole week off. Take it
whole week. I'll say a weekend maybe.
No, for a whole week because we talk all this democracy shit. No, we talk all this democracy shit.
Should be limited by time.
Yeah, it shouldn't be limited by time. Give people a whole week and let people space it out. Let them vote 2 days, not just one, because that way people will have a time to like kind of do it. And then the other 3 days, you could talk about the importance of democracy. And whoever the sitting president is, have them like for 3 days currently talk about whether they won or lost. Just talk about like what democracy means to them. If we're going to do all this fuck shit around barbecues and all this other shit, let's have like a whole week once every 4 years that actually is like, this is why we have a democracy.
I was shooting for 1 or 2.
I mean, I'm shooting for a week only because that would allow people to truly engage.
We have 300 million people and like 100 million people voting.
Exactly, but think about how more engaged people would be if like they got to at least have bullshit.
I love that because black people need to understand your vote matters.
Yeah. Two of them days probably gonna be bullshit.
Your vote is a fucking gift too, and you expect something back from it. Unlike those Obama years, I keep telling you.
Well, the Obama years painted people with this whole not hope and change that we're in a post-racial society, and then Trump years came along. No, black people too, because a lot of y'all was drinking that Kool-Aid.
I ain't believe that shit.
See, here's the thing that pissed me off about like the Obama years. Like so many people's pissed off at Obama saying, "Oh, well, this nigga didn't do what the fuck he promised to do." I'm like, yeah, because you bastards only got him in office. Y'all didn't try to change the Senate or none of that other shit that actually fucking mattered.
He had 2 years.
He had 2 years when he could have passed whatever the fuck he wanted.
No. I'm saying
he wanted to be presidential, and that's the Obama problem.
And he went for healthcare.
I hear what you're saying.
Like that's
but he went for the most unpopular thing, healthcare. At the same time, he took more than a year to get it done.
Yeah.
So he wasted the better part of 18 months.
Yeah.
Because the next 6 months, everybody's just basically campaigning. Because
you see how people hate Trump?
Yeah.
Imagine that times 10 with George Bush.
Bush was on some other shit.
Yeah.
Him and Cheney and everybody else who was in that motherfucker.
I think Bush wasn't on some shit. I think he was a
lame duck.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a who president?
Puppet president.
He was a lame duck.
Like he was there as like the face, but Cheney and everybody else was the ones who was really pulling strings.
He didn't
with a lot
watch
of shit.
Cheney. He didn't watch Cheney. So that's the problem is you had someone who he's so trying to keep appearances up that he's not watching what his man doing.
Yeah,
and
like
also
his man's is out here wilding, and it's like, bro, get your man's like.
But he's not going to be able to if he doesn't realize that his man is whatever. Yeah. And part of it is he had to put Cheney up there because he needed someone who's a strong, staunch person. Because up until that point in time, his record had been shit.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't really that great a governor.
I'm just saying the hate for him was like universal. The Republicans didn't have a chance to win that election. They knew it. The question is, how hasn't that transferred to Trump?
Well, it hasn't transferred to Trump because Trump has campaigned on this whole bullshit of I'm draining the swamp, I'm building walls, I'm doing all these things that are I'm the unrepublican Republican. He's not a rapper, but I'm rapping. But I'm not a rapper, but like Trump has managed to keep that. And also the thing that Trump has done, which people do not give him enough credit, is Trump is great at propaganda.
Yeah.
Trump has been a master. Yes, but he's been a master of that. And we haven't seen a president who's been able to drink his own Kool-Aid as effectively. No, because Reagan admitted things that he did that were wrong. Trump has never said he's taken an L. Even though you can look and be like, nigga, didn't this business fail and this business fail and this business fail? It was like, look at
that was the plan the whole time.
Exactly.
You know what the fuck you talking about.
Exactly.
I don't think people understand.
Trump is Black Bush.
Look at my drawing.
Trump is Black Bush.
Look at my drawing.
Trump is Black Bush from the Dave Chappelle skits brought to life.
Oh my God.
People don't understand what Trump represented in the 80s. Like, He was everything white people wanted to be.
Yeah.
Everything.
Trump?
Yeah, he was super quote unquote successful.
Cool,
he was super
rich.
He was super. Yeah, you're right.
Yuppie culture, that's what they call it.
Yeah, they were doing yuppie culture, and Trump is like.
he was the guy. You ever watch this movie called American Psycho?
I heard of it, but I never
Yes.
watched it.
So if you
Classic.
watch that movie, Trump was that guy, meaning that like, you know, you're just, oh, well, you know, I went home and slept on my Caribbean, whatever, sheets with,
Meanwhile,
they would be
this
no
motherfucker
Caribbean
was
sheets. What
knocking
was that?
people
1
off
million
left and
thread
right.
count.
Yeah,
No,
so
200. Yeah, he was that guy that has all these things that he would mention, and it was just like in passing. Jumped in my $200,000 Lambo, and you know, I went to the store and had my maid buy me some milk, and I walked with her. It's just like, why did you go? Like he was that guy. So I don't think that he lost that celebrity to people or that I look up to him kind of thing. So that's why I thought that he was gonna win from the beginning, personally.
Yeah, but also Hillary didn't do herself any favors by not actually
she was fake.
working with people. Well, no, she just needed to work with people. Like Hillary could have easily won the election.
Did
if
Kamala drop out yet? Or Camilla,
no.
as I call her? She
No,
about to.
Kamala, she's not about to. The person's about to drop out is Castro because Castro ain't got the money.
He said if he don't make the next,
He can't
debate.
make the next because no one's fucking giving this guy money. Like, why would you put money in Castro's hand? Like, again, Castro was great. He was a nice talking point, but that's it. Nigga, your time is over.
I think
Step out.
Both of them need to drop out.
He needs to drop out. She's not gonna. No,
She's
she's not
polling
gonna.
under Andrew Yang in her own state.
But she's not going to drop out due to notoriety. If she stays in this long enough, she knows that whoever does get the nominee will probably put her in some position. So
No.
it's in her best interest.
Bernie ain't choosing her.
Yeah, but the thing about it
He
is,
gotta pick an established person though.
but he's going to probably have to pick her if she stays in long enough.
They will lose.
No, not as running mate.
How?
Not
They
as,
will lose.
Not as running mate. You don't put her on your running mate ticket. You put her into a position. Again, she's not.
'Cause
She's not thinking about this as I have to be vice president. She's thinking about this as I want to be over fucking one of these departments, whether it be
Oh, you're talking about
Secretary
in
of
the
State.
cabinet.
Exactly. She wants to just be in the cabinet. And statistically speaking, whoever stays in the longest has the best chance of getting that. Like Chris Christie, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but he got to work with Donald Trump, and he got.
Still in the cabinet. Who's
Well, no. None of Trump's original people are in there except for Carson and one or two other people. But I'll.
Because he fired a bunch of people, right?
Well, not just fire people. People
Motherfuckers
resign.
got caught up in
All you
shit.
need is to have that on your resume that you're in the White House. You get any
know
fucking
what
job
kind
you
of
want.
private sector job you'll get from being in the White House?
Nigga, just
Yeah.
if you just got hired at the White House as just a regular communication officer, Armstead, which is a bullshit thing that they have for anyone who literally just does communication or linguistics or anything to do with talking to the press. If you just had that on your resume, Armstead, you could get
They don't
hired
do-
at
they
literally
don't do press no
any.
more.
Well, they're not a rapper. They do press.
They
but,
dropped their press house, the daily press house.
but that'll start back up with the next president.
That's crazy. Ain't
It's
it?
not that it's crazy. It's that this is what white supremacy has brought forth.
Yeah, because every president had like
Even
either them or their
Reagan,
representative. They don't-
Bill, Bush. But watch how quickly these white folks change and try to be like, "Oh, I was never a Trump supporter." Like, fuck out of here,
Fuck
nigga.
you were.
Yes, you were. And if you weren't supporting Trump, were you actively doing something against him? Well, I mean, yeah. So then you're basically a Trump supporter by proxy because that's how it goes.
Oh, we went over our time. Let's get back on subject, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna talk about the Amber thing, but we'll get that time next week. Move this
Where are
along.
you dropping? You gotta say the name of it so we can give a preview for next week.
So for next week, we are going to talk about the Amber Geiger crying.
Yeah,
Geiger, sorry.
because we'll have more of the
Hang
case
her.
to. She's
Hang her.
She's
We'll talk about the Joker movie.
Yeah,
We'll go
everybody
into
go see it.
my review.
it comes out this weekend.
October 3rd.
Yeah.
I'm going to go sit on 3rd.
Well, I'll go into Abominable, which I thought was pretty good. But let's go straight into music.
I listened to Post Malone album.
I listened
Well,
to
no,
it
I
too.
wasn't going to start with that. But yeah, I want to talk about the
No,
Lizzo
I'm
thing
not
because
listening
it's
to her.
super important. No, I'm not
Go ahead,
asking you to
yeah.
listen to it.
God.
What I'm talking about is the fact that she managed to get Truth Hurts, a song that came out almost, 2 years ago, to #1 on the fucking charts. As much as people may not agree with Hello Yasin, he's right. She had the handicap of being both, in many people's opinion, not very attractive
Ugly.
and rather large. Those are two handicaps that women generally cannot overcome. Like, think about all the singers, all the rappers. How many women do you know that were very large and not very attractive? Because Missy Elliott, yeah, she was large at the beginning,
Lizzo
but she
not
was
ugly.
always somewhat attractive. And the thinner Missy Elliott got, the better looking she got as well.
Jasmine, not Jasmine. What's that one from Jennifer Hudson? She was a large woman at first, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was fat as shit.
Yeah, but she's also a singer. I'm talking about rappers.
Oh,
Like, how many rappers?
she's not ugly.
She's
Who?
ugly.
Lizzo? Yeah,
Lizzo's ugly.
This is a bad picture.
That's not. No, there are some good pictures of her that make her look better than what she looks like, but she is not very physically attractive.
She's all right.
I mean, I don't think. I'm not saying that she looks like the girl from Precious, but she's not.
She kind of looks like Cookie Monster.
Y'all
Oh, this girl. Oh,
But she had every handicap that you could possibly have.
She's not ugly, right?
For a female
ugly.
rap artist, and she overcame all of that based on the strength of her fans.
Tell us more about your Shiro.
My Shiro, Lizzo, has overcome so many things, and it made a lot of white people mad that she beat out fucking Taylor Swift, which I was all the way here for because
Got like
Swift ain't
4 albums.
shit. Like,
Whoa, leave Taylor Swift alone. That's why Beyonce.
yeah, leave white Beyonce out of this.
again, Taylor Swift ain't shit. Like,
Whoa, she actually featured a song that had a black man in a role
guess
of
who
prominence.
doesn't give a fuck about none of that?
Tommi Vercetti.
Exactly. And
Well,
don't
guess
you
what,
forget
Tommi
it.
Vercetti?
What?
This is a very important because this made white people realize that black people are just as deserving of love as anyone else.
I mean, they see that shit every day.
Nah, they don't really see that shit every day.
They just choose to turn a blind eye to it.
They don't see it every day.
Okay.
It's very rare that you see an interracial couple in a music video featured prominently in a role where the woman is white and the man is black. You'll see it other way around all day.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want you to see. But they don't show it the other way around because they don't want their queens with these black vigilantes.
I like Taylor Swift, but she's, again, to me, she's white Beyonce.
She is white Beyonce.
She's not music for me.
I'm not saying that
she's not bad.
That her music is great. Her music's not bad. She's figured out a way to remain relevant time after time again in a field where plenty of people have been wanting her to disappear for a very long time. Especially after that guy bought the rights to her albums, which is like, well, this is why you don't sign up for. Yeah, the album name is Lover.
Listen to it. I'll review it next week.
Awesome.
Because that.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. Lizzo did a great job.
You gotta see the face that Tommi Vercetti.
Yeah, Tommi Vercetti is not happy with that.
Do you like Ariana Grande?
Fuck no.
Oh, I knew you didn't like Ariana Grande.
I love that little white Spanish girl.
That's wonderful for
her
you.
music is
You know,
awesome.
Grande's not even her real name.
I don't give a fuck what her name is. That album, man, that 7 Ring song made me listen to that album. I was like, I love almost every song on this album.
I mean, the songs aren't bad.
Ariana Grande,
beats
right?
were hard, man.
Yeah.
The beats were hard. You don't remember the 7 Ring songs? I wish that one of my bitches. I don't remember the verses. These are a few of my favorite things. Money, I got it. The car.
Oh, she did the same
she
chick
did
that did that Soulja Boy beat.
Yeah,
right?
basically. Yeah, that was one of the things that Soulja Boy was talking about when he was in that Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he was like, he gave birth to a lot of people's styles and shit.
Yeah, but that was one of them.
Which he did.
She literally stole it.
On there, bro.
Yeah. No, her album is good. I mean, it's The Person I Want to Be My Baby
Break
Daddy
up
Died.
with your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, cause I'm bored. I like that song too.
Man, that song is hard. And Thank You Next. Thank You Next. Those are singles.
That's called The Person I Want to Be My Baby Daddy Died. And I'm on a snapback run.
And she still has some.
R.I.P.
I
Mac
that
Miller.
song, Side
Rest
to
in
Side.
peace,
I
Mac,
love that
bro.
song. You got me moving side to side. You got me all day. Got me all night. You know.
I don't remember that song.
I don't remember
That was
that.
with Nicki Minaj.
Again,
First song I
she's
listened to.
good. No one is saying she's not. And I know a lot of people
Yes.
didn't stand for Ariana Grande at first. They were like, Ariana Grande at first.
And she fine.
And they were just
And
like,
she fine.
she's just a ex-Disney, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, all right, gal, you got to give her time to find her
She
groove.
like 5 feet tall, 4 feet tall.
So I was wrong here. It's Ariana Grande, who is a ex-Nickelodeon star. And, of course, the link is below. Yeah.
Is she?
You don't remember that video we watched where the dude grabbed her titty when she went to who died funeral?
I didn't see that.
Aretha
You did.
Franklin.
Aretha Franklin funeral, and it was
Oh,
that's her.
That's her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
How you just don't know who people are?
I
But
mean,
you know,
I just don't know, man. Shit.
nigga, you remember all these niggas from the South, but you don't remember
But
not a goddamn woman.
She literally like 5.
I
Like
mean-
she might be 4'11", and she looked like it. I don't
She
know,
might
like-
be. I mean, T.I. not that much taller than she is.
That's funny. He taller than that.
He's
Yeah,
what,
T.I.
five?
like 5.
Five.
She's
right?
5 foot even.
In his movies, he definitely keep them stilts
Cause
on.
I know Rihanna tall. She like 5'8". Them legs, boy.
Love legs.
Still waiting on her album.
You're going to be waiting for a while. I think that's the last thing she worried about.
I'll be all right. I still got Solange's
What
album.
else she worried about?
He's supposedly
I
5'8".
still have Solange's album.
I don't like that next project. What was the name of that project?
No. Solange's album was good.
It
It's just
wasn't like
what
that
people
one
were
that dropped
expecting.
the year before, though.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
that one
like
was more hippie-like.
It
well, it was
wasn't-
more who she. It was more true to who she really was.
It was more true to her
A
old to like.
a seat at the table was more.
What was the name of it?
A seat at the table is more pop. Whereas
That's
on
what I
my
wanted.
as I come home or on my way home,
like as soon as I get home.
as soon as I get home,
She
yeah.
said that whole album was basically just her taking it back to like that old Texas style and stuff.
Okay, that's
So
the
her
one I
original
like.
stuff.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sit at the table. Go. I ain't listening when I get home.
Okay.
I always felt like her earlier albums, she was trying to be her sister, right?
Well, not trying to be her sister.
That.
She was going
still trying
through.
to find her own footing.
Okay.
But
Yes.
everybody kept comparing her to Beyonce.
That was the album that made me listen to her. The one I was just talking. Y'all just said.
A seat at the table.
A seat at the table. Because I was just
Yeah.
like, she's different.
Well, I listened to her
That's a
because of
beautiful album.
Losing You, like that album where she basically was like she put like her whole fucking self into that fucking EP. Sorry, it wasn't an album. She put her whole fucking self
What was
into that.
that? What happened to that other chick? I used to like her. She disappeared.
It's the same way that people were thinking about
Supposed to
Post
be.
Malone. So let's go right
Speaking
in.
of Post Malone,
Speaking of Post Malone, what
that album is hot, bro.
you liked Hollywood Bleeding?
I do. You like it?
I never listened to
I think it's
Post
okay.
Malone song.
I
I've
think-
never listened to Post Malone.
Why not?
I mean, that's just not somebody I just...
Saucing.
Like, he just
saucing
never
on
caught
you.
my attention.
How?
How?
White Iverson should have caught your attention.
Who?
White Iverson.
White Iverson.
When I started, I was young.
Yeah.
Now I want that.
Saucing.
The only thing that ever caught me about Post Malone was the memes made about him.
Oh, there's a lot of memes about him, but the thing
Yeah.
is, Post Malone is basically Donald Trump if he was an artist. The more people hate him, the bigger he gets as an artist. Because everybody's like, Post Malone is trash. Then his first album came out, and everybody's like, Stoney is trash. And then his second album came out, and then people were like, Stoney's or that this second album isn't as good as Stoney. And
Rockstar.
exactly.
Everybody like that song.
And
Yeah,
then
okay.
Hollywood-
Wait, he's a nigga who sings that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Again, Post Malone.
Yeah, same bitches with G-Eazy on there.
Post Malone is way better than people give him credit for.
And then if you saw that Spider-Man movie, everybody know that song, Sunflower.
Sunflower.
If you stuck in the dust. Oh, well, in the song.
Because Miles couldn't sing
Everybody
it.
think I don't remember.
I can't lie. I
She
hope they
wanna
keep that
ride me
series
like
going.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
Sonny will
call
keep that
him
going.
Miles.
Yeah, Miles Morales. I hope that they keep his
They are.
series going.
That movie made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Exactly,
almost $1
bro.
billion.
There's
Like,
not a question at this point.
Yeah, almost $1 billion. I don't think he made $1 billion.
I'm saying, bro, they almost said fuck Peter Parker's story, but Sony and niggas was able to strike a deal. Says
Funny thing is.
Yeah,
Well, no, like, but that's how most conversations are, is that they build on top of each other.
And she said she don't listen to Post Malone.
So you don't
Well, she
listen to,
does, but she
yeah,
doesn't
you don't listen to Post Malone. That's cool.
You don't check the album.
Definitely check out Amir Van Emanuel. Like, the more I listen to the album, the more sure I am. Earth Gang, Mirrorland was all right, but
Kirk.
it's not that great. But the Baby Kirk, we're going to review next week. I need to listen to it some more. I felt like that with Post Malone album, but now I'm more sure of it being an okay album. It's not
It
mediocre.
has dope ass songs.
It has good songs, but my main
Did you
problem
listen
with
to-
my main problem is continuity with it.
Hollywood Bleeding.
Hollywood,
Not the whole
Hollywood
thing.
Bleeding.
Listen to that one song.
I listened to that one song you sent
I
me.
love that song.
No,
That song's
we
pretty
know
good.
you. We know you love that song. Me and him were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, this song's it's straight.
It's straight. No, it's straight.
I love that song.
I get it, and I'm happy that you have something that you love. We need more black people who are passionate about
Kirk
something.
Well, we'll go to Kirk next week.
Yeah, we'll go to Kurt next week. We'll give it a week to
By the
kind
way,
of go.
Baby, I'm gonna tell you this. This is why I like Baby. He always sound like he explaining something. I love the Baby. Always sound like he explaining. You know, like a hood nigga tell you a story, but he
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That is the Baby. I was wondering why I like him so much. It's like that hood nigga who tell you a story and you just like.
That's part of what I think
you
is
walk in
great
talking, you
about.
feel like I feel the one with the picture. You ain't gotta get it. Like he just be talking. I don't even know what the fuck.
Exactly. You just have a
I
conversation.
don't like you when I'm talking to D. I don't even know how he raps like that.
I don't know either.
But nigga, it works. It works well enough.
Baby, he got a slight
Also,
fan, especially for a new nigga.
Kanye's Jesus is King.
They didn't come out yet, right?
No. It came out. Kanye made me wrong this week. Jesus King did not come out. Don't ask me about it. Don't at me. It's not on there. But apparently, he's making only gospel music going forward.
That's a rumor. We'll see what he said.
No. That's what people are.
Secular.
That's
Yeah,
what
you know
people-
he was at New Birth.
No, I know he
Yeah,
was,
but that
but he
was-
just did a concert in Chicago and one other place, and people from the concert said that he came out and announced that he's not making secular music anymore. Everyth's going to be.
Jesus is King is coming out? Or what?
Yeah, Jesus is King is coming out later today for everybody.
It was supposed to come out last night,
No,
Friday?
it was supposed to come out on Friday,
Yeah.
but he delayed it because he wanted to do his shows first in the two places.
Okay.
And so people from the first show were saying stuff and everybody took that as rumors. But now that the show in Chicago's happened, everyone is saying, no, he's definitely making Christian music.
Out, so I'm going to believe her.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think she kind of knows. I mean,
Why is he secular now?
Why is he anti-secular? You mean Christian?
Yeah.
Why is he doing Christian music?
It's so,
because apparently this album made him realize now that he's a Christian.
It's so crazy that those same people who hate Kanye, y'all gonna realize how Christian y'all motherfucker are.
No, how non-Christian you mean they are?
I mean, because like if you're a Christian, I'm sorry, it's just really hard to be a Democrat.
Well, no, it's not even about that. With Christians, it's really hard for you to be
progressive.
No, not progressive, because Jesus would hang out with everybody. That's the difference. That's the difference that conservatives don't see. Jesus had his own beliefs, but he would still hang out with people. Like if Jesus were a person now, he'd be down at the bars hanging out with everybody. He'd be like, "Well, I'm gay." Jesus,
Bulldogs?
No, he would hang out.
I mean,
he would. That's how y'all do it.
He would go. No, he would hang out with them, and he also wouldn't hate them. Like the problem with conservative is
hang out with them.
No, Jesus hung out with everybody. He hung out with the lepers and the people who no one else would hang out with. The lepers, the prostitutes, the widows. He would hang out with all of those people because those are the people who need Jesus the most. The rest of you niggas can find Jesus. The rest of you niggas can find Jesus, but y'all blind. Those people are the people who need someone who they can believe in.
I can't believe you just said that.
I need Jesus the most. Nigga, those are the most persecuted people.
That's true.
Ain't nobody out here trying to be like, well, you're a man, so fuck you. And the people who are saying, sir, if you're talking about the feminazis, they not real people. So
feminazis are real people.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're literally 0.01% of the population.
That's enough.
But they act like they're 100% and they speak for every woman.
Oh,
we don't speak for
every feminazi on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but again,
all 5 of them.
Again, you put together for 5 people. There's plenty of feminists out there who are just like, hey, I'm a feminist. I believe in women's rights.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, lying is rape.
Man, that shit.
Wait, what?
All right, so there's basically some.
So okay, let me ask you this.
There's a couple things. Let me give her the full background. Yeah, so basically, there's a movement that's coming out right now, Tommi Vercetti,
my God.
where women are pushing for if you lie about something in order to gain sex, it is now rape. And so,
what was she doing then? How's that not just as rapey as the
But again, remember what is it? What is that we always say about?
What makes sense if it comes from a woman?
No, what do we always say about men? No, what do we always say about men? What? You gotta be responsible for yourself, black man, because nobody else gives a fuck about you.
I mean, it's old school because I left my Lambo at the house. So you want to come to my house, baby? Let's do it.
Exactly. So
and she sleeps with you, and that's rape. That's what he's saying.
Well, but I'm okay with that. But I just want there to be levels. So now, like, what I'm saying is, if a nigga lied to have sex with you, hit him with a fine or some bullshit.
Lied to have sex.
I don't even think it's that, man. She's lying the whole time.
How's she lying the whole time?
She got on fake eyebrows.
First of all, not all women have
eyelashes.
Okay,
Most of them do though.
No. We not finna throw makeup in there. We are not about to fucking do that. Because if you are stupid enough to believe that my eyelashes come out here and my eyeshadow is glittery and my lips are naturally this red, pink, or whatever the fuck, nigga, shame on you for not knowing what the fuck a real person actually looks like.
It's believable.
That shit is not.
You had on that goddamn girdle that made your waist look like a 26 when it's
that waist look like.
Anytime that you see a woman,
but if you touch that bitch and you notice that shit does not feel soft like regular skin feels, that should have told you something.
I'm not used to it. They all got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nigga, you was dancing in the club with her. You felt her fucking waist,
bro. Like you knew what the fuck was going on.
With your butt in,
that nigga ain't had no goddamn Lambo.
You know what I'm saying? With your butt injections and breast implants and stuff. Oh, you fake.
Nah, man, that nigga works at IBM, and you fucking knew that nigga might have it.
That nigga ain't got no damn Lambo.
that nigga works at one of these tech companies out here. Maybe
you
he's
don't do no math if you think that nigga got a Lambo.
Maybe he was at Facebook.
I'm saying, bro.
And you know how his face looked.
Okay.
He's rapping.
So yeah, that's the situation. So basically, if I were to tell you, hey, I got something coming up, I got some big money coming, and you can be a part of it. Just have sex with me.
No, I got $54 million in the bank. I don't really need you, but you want to come, you can come.
Okay, no.
Yeah, basically like that. And you come and have sex with me, and then I don't get it. Basically, it's rape.
But the difference is that you're holding on to one specific example. The example in the case that the black libertarian thing was a guy who went to like a college thing. He was like, oh yeah, come back to my place. I got this stuff here, and I'm doing pretty well. Come to find out, nigga wasn't even in college. Nigga lied to get pussy. Like straight up,
You
whole
being gullible
lie.
is your fault.
But my
That's
thing,
somebody else's
but my
fault.
thing is this though. When she came back to his place and she saw all the stuff that she can see, be like, "Man, this nigga not even know."
But how would you not know that a nigga's not in
You
college?
don't
Because a
have to
nigga
fuck-
living like he in
Stop
college.
fucking people you don't know.
The nigga living like he ain't like he in college.
I really do agree with you on that though. Stop fucking people you don't know and
And then
stop
you do
trying
comes the
to.
consequences.
Listen,
It's not even
it's
that,
a
stop.
risk. You started to take that risk because that's your problem.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yes, you can. How
No,
you can't do that?
we're called to a higher standing because we are men. We're called to a higher.
Okay.
I'm holding both of them accountable.
No, you're
Both
not holding
of
both
them.
of them accountable.
I'm
'cause
both
there's
of
no-
them.
I'm
what do you-
holding him accountable.
How?
Because you a real nigga. You got in that pussy by lying. Nigga.
Exactly. You're not holding him
If you got a
accountable.
lie, if you got a lie, then you got. I'd rather you do that.
But
than
that's
be out
why
here
what
raping
I'm
bitches.
saying is there's levels to it. I'm saying then yes, call it lying for sexual gratification. So I'm not gonna call it rape. I'll call it lying for sexual gratification and impose a fine.
She lied.
I'm not saying that this nigga needs to spend
Man,
jail
if
time.
your ass is on
I'm saying it needs to be a
Island,
misdemeanor. Like if you
come.
fucking ran a stoplight. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I fucking told the girl that I was gonna be out here balling with fucking Migos.
Nobody-
And then goddamn
What
lie.
about- What about
Nobody
these
ever
females?
Told you people were honest.
What about these females that's out here printing up fake degrees and shit like that to get particular jobs?
Oh,
and shit?
if there's a woman who puts up fake things, slap her with the same fine. I'm just saying we need a level to it.
No.
What I'm saying is we need a level to it. I'm not saying that we have to call it rape. What
I
I'm
think it's
saying
fucked
is
up
lying
because-
for sexual gratification needs to be something that we.
It's fucked up because
You're
if a
not
female,
holding yourself
if a female
accountable.
tells me that she's 21 and then I had sex
With no
with her and
kids?
she's really 16, I'm gonna go to jail. Why she can't go to jail for lying?
I think both of you should go to
I
jail.
think
Both
he
of you
should go to
bastards
jail.
need
I
to be
think
locked
both of you
up.
should.
for
No,
that
we
shit.
should both should not. She should, if according to that, she should go to jail. And I don't because she
No,
lied to me.
but sir-
Apparently, she's not an adult, so she can't.
But
be held
sir,
accountable
she's not
for that.
adult, so she can't be held
Come
accountable.
on, man.
Okay, here's the thing about all of that, and I will say this:
Tommi Vercetti.
for the young girls who lie about their ages and things to fuck older men or whatever, which is fucking gross in the first place.
Correct.
A lot of them.
I mean, yeah,
Not a
like
lot
that
of
shit
them.
is disturbing.
It does.
But it's
Not
like
a lot.
okay,
It's a lot.
It's not a lot.
her tell
Put
you.
a number on it.
Let her tell you.
No, put a number on it.
High school. How many of your friends
literally
were
like 80% of the hoes I knew in high school was
Hoes, but that's not all girls.
not.
Put a number on
okay.
it.
No. Okay, let me take the hoes part out.
No. Don't take.
No,
don't take
for
the
like
hoes part out.
80% of the girls who went to like both my high schools that I went to, like at least 65% of them was fucking men way older than what they were. Like I knew a girl who was 17, but her boyfriend was 45.
Okay,
I
I'm okay with
literally
that.
asked her, "Bitch, where is your mom?" Like
No. I'm okay with their number. 65%, I think,
Oh,
is
I thought you said-
65,
And then it's-
65%. But
And then the crazy part is like I would literally see niggas like 24, 25 and shit coming and just scooping up girls like 14, 15, and 16 and just taking them from school. And then it's like they'll invite me to go and I'm like, nigga, no. And they're like, why? I'm like, cause I don't fucking know them and I don't nigga no.
yes, but what I'm saying is yes, that is a big epidemic in black schools. But
It
that's
is.
not
That's just-
far. That is
Like
not.
people want to be so pissed off at R. Kelly for like the pedophilia shit that he does, but we have so many parents out here who normalize that shit. Like it's people's moms
but part of it
and
is
dads.
the parents aren't in the home because again,
No. It is people. Okay, at my job, there was this girl I worked with. Right, she not there no more. But her husband got her pregnant with their first child when she was 13. Her mom and dad didn't say or do anything or even bat an eye at that because they didn't see what the fuck was wrong with that. She got married to
That's
the nigga when
trashy.
she got like a little bit older. I think it's like I forgot how old you have to be to get married in the
no,
state of
they could
Georgia.
have gotten married at 13 in the South.
I guess. But it's like, I know she got married to the nigga and she got like 3 or 4 kids with him now. And it's like, this nigga's like, what, fucking almost 50 and she's like 25 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, this shit does not make sense. And it's like, what
And
he
I-
was
and I-
saying.
yeah.
No. What he was saying was, it's like, okay, if she lies about her age and, she fucks somebody older than her and then, people find out and then the dude gets thrown in jail, I feel like she needs to be held accountable and her motherfucking parents need to be held accountable too because something is mentally wrong with that everybody in that fucking picture if you think it's okay for you to fuck like younger people. Like,
Well, no one is disagreeing with you here. But what I'm saying is I'm okay with making laws to do what you're talking about.
yeah.
But I want you to understand going into it, the people who are going to be directly affected by those laws look like you and me.
I know
It
they
is
look
not going to
like
be
you-
white people who are affected by it. So that's why I think pushing for laws for this specific thing is a bad idea, because it's only going to be used to lock
against
us up.
us. And I feel like, okay.
That's why the other thing, lying for sexual gratification, needs to be something, because that would be unilaterally used on everyone.
Yeah.
Because that's not a specifically a urban thing.
Like, that's not exclusive. That's for everybody.
Yeah, that's for everybody. So that's why I get, Armstead, why you're so resistant to this. But that is a lot easier to enforce and a lot easier for you to bring up as a civil matter than it is for you to say, hey, we're going to start punishing children for being children. Because I'm sorry, when you grow up in a certain type of atmosphere, you want, and your friends and everything about the people that you're around are saying, you need to fuck the niggas with money. And generally speaking, men come into it later on in life, and that's been true since the 18, 17, 1600s.
Can I say one thing about that?
Oh, most certainly. Go ahead.
The whole thing about fucking people with money, I really feel like that should be worded completely different.
How so?
Okay.
What do you want us to call it?
I don't know what to call it just yet, but this is just like my explanation of it first. Okay, so when I used to have my Facebook page, I used to always see like these bottom of the barrel ass dudes who would always just ridicule and just fucking terrorize women who said that they will not date a man who doesn't have money, right? And here's the thing. I understand exactly why women and even men who say that they don't date broke women, I understand why they would say that. You cannot make a fucking relationship work if you motherfuckers do not have financial stability. Like that, listen, I've dated broke men before. Shit never worked. Why? Because we were always mad at each other because the finances was always in shambles, right? Now, saying all of that to say this. Saying that I won't date somebody who doesn't have money. That has never, ever, said, I have to only date rich men. That has never said that. That's just what people took it as. Now, as long as you have a job and you can handle your financial responsibilities and things, then you have money. Like, if you just don't have, nothing, no job, no career, nothing going for yourself and none of that, but you think women are supposed to you think men or women are supposed to lower their standards just to appease you because you keep trying to throw this pity party, that's some dumb shit. And, no, that's not okay.
A good woman can uplift a man, though, to greater heights.
Well, yeah, a good woman can uplift a man, but also,
can they though?
What you're saying makes sense. No.
Effort
the
and failure
right, the right woman can make a nigga into Barack Obama.
Effort or failure makes a difference. Because if he gives no effort, then he's a failure.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I know a lot of niggas who give effort, but they don't know their potential.
But see, that's the thing. That's another
Especially
thing,
black
too.
men.
With those same bottom of the barrel ass men who fucking yell at and fucking terrorize women who won't give them the time of day because
Those
they
are
just
incels.
don't do shit. It's
Incels.
it's like the women that you see who say, you should date me because I have a nice personality, but she's mean as shit and she looks like roadkill. People don't want to touch you because you might be a nice person on the inside, but you're not appealing. You don't appeal to these people.
You don't take care of yourself.
And people shouldn't, men shouldn't want to have to just fuck you because you said, hey, fuck me, I have a nice personality, but you don't look nice on the outside and you don't take care of yourself. Same thing with women who don't give unattractive men chances because it's hey, you're probably a really, really, really nice guy, but I don't find you attractive.
The two vocal communities I see with black women are ratchet, I got 3 kids, I can't find a good man, 3 different baby daddies, and I'm very successful at life, but I can't find a man who matched my success.
True.
See,
Yeah.
Those are the vocal communities. People like you
exist.
They exist. I agree, but they don't talk about it.
Well, if you're not having problems finding people that you want to date, you wouldn't be talking.
They probably are having issues too, but
are you having problems dating? You didn't seem to come off like that. You just finding that after dating people, they were not the same person they had portrayed. The representative was great, but the actual person after the representative, not so great.
Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with dating.
See?
It's more so I've just after my last like after my last relationship, it was just like, you know what? I talked to my dad about that shit a lot, like all last year, and I just decided to listen to my father's advice, and he was absolutely right. He was like, hey, you're young. You should really enjoy your youth and actually get yourself together, so when it's time for you
Facts.
to be with somebody, the shit'll actually work the right way because your shit is in order and this person's shit is in order.
That person
Big
shit may
facts.
not be in order.
Yeah, his shit might not be in order.
But here's the thing.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
No, but
Go
here's
ahead.
the thing, though. Even if their shit isn't in order, for me, I've worked on myself and I've gotten over my insecurities and personal things like not seeing, like looking at people through tinted glasses because, hey, I really like this person. But all of my homies and my homegirls see him for who he is, and I don't want to see him for who he is.
Yeah, but
Instead
it
of
depends on what
dealing
women you
with-
listen to too as well.
But
Well,
it's like,
but-
but instead of dealing with dumb shit like that, it's like now I understand that, hey, I might really like this person, but if this person is not doing what the fuck it is they're supposed to be doing, there's no point in me and this person being together because the shit not going to go nowhere. And
Correct.
as one of my big homies actually told me, he was like, listen, if you are still, this was like last year, he was like, listen, if you are still really heartbroken over the last person you was dating, it's 100,000 of that same nigga floating around outside right now. You can literally go out and get yourself another one.
Yeah.
And I really thought about it. And when I actually did try to date a little bit last year, I was like, yeah, it really is 100,000 of this same person floating around out there.
That's the underrated
so it's
secret.
like, how about I just sit the fuck down and chill and just do what the fuck it is I need to do to become the person that I want to be so I can attract the man that
Self-improvement.
I would love to be married to.
But that's the thing. But going back to what you're saying before, and I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't fault anybody who says that they only want to date people for money or they only want to date people who have certain things because you're allowed to have preferences.
Exactly.
The only difference is, as you were saying, and as Reed and Armstead have both said before, you got to be the person that you say you want to be with. There's no point in you asking for a model chick if you look like a fucking cockroach and you ain't got something to offer her.
Exactly.
Cockroaches get models all the time.
Exactly.
They sure do.
Most of them those dudes who know they cockroaches, either they mad funny and they great to hang around. So this woman is always like, this
better have
nigga entertains.
personality.
This nigga entertains me.
'Cause
He knows all the
That
stuff.
person we was talking about earlier, his personality.
Yeah.
Is it slip? Like
No,
objectively.
his personality
It's trash.
objectively is trash. At the same time, his personality could be better if he wanted to improve it because, as you were saying, it's all about you working on yourself.
I'll be here,
Tommy.
This is what happened. Let me tell you a quick story.
Quick
so
story.
you know how they got sipping pink, right?
Yeah.
This motherfucker, I was like, bro, let's get the girl, let's go out, let's go do a sipping paint. We're like, okay. He's like, well, man, why don't we just go to my house and just paint?
Yeah, that's some
And that's why
extra
he
level
painted that
cheapness.
picture. And I'm just like, bro, nobody wants to sit at your house and paint. You're not gonna find a woman who wants to just sit at the house with you and you just be weird. It's just not gonna
Look,
happen.
see,
I don't
take
believe that's
I
gonna
take a
happen.
slightly different opinion. That could work. You have to have a balance. And part of that is, yes, sometimes you need to go out and paint with your friends because part of it is that essentially would be what, a double date because you're going to bring somebody.
I was gonna bring somebody.
I'm
in. I was
gonna say
bring
this. I'm gonna say this on that. I feel like that will work if he was already established with that person. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
different. He's
I
single
agree.
and dating.
But if this is a different, like this is new person,
Yeah.
I
Date
wouldn't do
3,
it.
date 4.
We have to go
Nah, he
somewhere.
wanna
Like,
be- he
yeah,
want that
niggas
person
go
to
out
be
and do
day one.
shit together. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's why sip and paint, again, Reed, great point. It's a great thing for you to do
But
with
it's
people.
too expensive. Like it's just $25 a person.
Exactly. And you can get this shit on Groupon, nigga. Like, there's no
Like
fucking
you don't
excuse.
want to put no effort, but you want everything.
But that goes back to exactly what Tommy was saying, in that we need to have more people who understand that, look, if you want X, you got to put in Y effort. And if you don't want to put in Y effort, then you just got to settle for someone who's Z, who probably ain't going to meet what you're talking about, but is a very nice girl. Maybe not the cutest one, but she loyal, she faithful, she smart, and she encourages you to be better.
do not
How
fall
ugly
for that
can she be?
facade.
It just
'Cause
depends
there's
on what
some
she was
ugly
willing to
hoes
do
who
in
is
other
fucking
places.
trash.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
So what?
How ugly can she be?
It depends on what she's willing to do in other places. I feel like it's not just a scale. It's a scale with certain things. But I'm sorry, if a woman is willing to suck dick day and night, you can let a lot of things slide. Or if she's always ready to go.
If her sex game is times 10.
Yeah.
Like I've seen a lot of niggas walk around with some I'm like, why you with her? So she can fuck.
No.
Well, it's not even about her being able to fuck. She can satisfy me. If a woman has the satisfactory no jutsu at 1,000%,
You might be different.
you
though.
can let her.
Men are fairly simple.
But for you, that may not be the thing that you want. You may. Tommy,
Okay, you're saying
Tommy,
all
you're
this.
you're allowed
Let her
you're
talk.
allowed to disagree.
Let her talk.
Go ahead.
What are you saying?
Okay, now I don't like women, and I've never had an attraction to women, so I can't speak on none of the shit that y'all like on y'all's version.
So you already admit
Hold on, how
not
don't
that
you
you're
like
wrong.
women in your generation? That was a shot.
Have you seen men? Men are fucking beautiful. My God.
I'm just saying,
But,
like,
yeah.
all y'all gay.
No,
A lot of y'all.
Not a lot of them.
know.
not me.
Majority.
The media puts out this narrative that a lot of women are whatever.
But
Why they
it's not
keep
even
putting that shit out,
Well, part
but-
of why they're putting it out is because it's the male gaze.
I
Men
mean, it
want a
is.
woman who like, oh, she
Here's
really
the
gonna
thing,
participate. in
What's
this
that age
threesome.
range?
Oh no, you're a late stage millennial.
You late stage millennial.
Yeah, you're a late stage
But see,
millennial.
here's the
It's
thing,
a
though.
hit or
It's
miss.
like y'all. Okay, not y'all specifically.
No, we didn't take offense.
There
I
are
did.
okay, like with a majority of men out there who like lesbians, y'all only like the feminine lesbians.
fell in
If
love with
y'all
a
see
lesbian.
two dykes like together,
True.
y'all ain't gonna like that shit because they
Nope.
look like two boys and y'all gonna feel uncomfortable. Like
Correct.
I don't want to, like you don't want to see two dykes kiss, but you want to see two femmes fuck.
I don't even want to see two femmes fucking.
Well, see, we had a
When does it
conversation
end?
about that at another location.
That's what I said.
When does it end?
Exactly. We used to had a conversation about that at another location where someone was talking about all the non-binary people and stuff that's going on, and people were like, "Look, I'm a non-binary femme, but I don't like it when me and my girlfriend are chilling and some dude's just like, oh, hey, sexy ladies
makes
over
y'all
here."
fucking uncomfortable.
Well, it's not just that it's uncomfortable; it's predatory.
Yeah.
Because you essentially are like, oh, I see two women who are happily enjoying themselves and look sexy, and I think I should be able to insert myself into that situation. Instead of just being like Ari. Ari will go to fucking McDonald's looking like shit, and he'll walk into some woman who's super beautiful and strike up a conversation with her, and then find out all this stuff that he doesn't fucking need to know about her, but he finds it out because he fucking goes out and he talks to people. Like, that's like the secret sauce is, if you want someone, you got to be someone that people want to talk to. And in
Exactly.
fact, half the time I heard this nigga making shitty joke or like, oh, he'll make a classic, God, what was that comedian's name? I'll insert it here. But he used to do that classic comedian thing. He was
I'll
like,
insert it here.
oh man, that normally is a little ugly, but on you it looks ravishing. And women will just be like, the fuck you just say? And be like, I said normally I hate that shit, but you wearing it nice. They'll be like, oh,
That nigga got vocabulary. He
yeah,
know
that-
words,
That
boy.
nigga know words, and that nigga. I
Like-
mean, it's a neg, but at the same time, all is fair in love
I
and
was
war.
talking to this girl. She didn't know what feats was. I was like, yeah, he has plenty of feats.
Damn,
She's
that's
like,
dumb.
he got more than two.
Jesus Christ.
And I thought about
No,
it.
but
When do you
what
use
we
that
were
word?
saying
bro?
earlier about like, hey, she can be ugly, but she really satisfies y'all, right?
Yeah, it's about satisfaction.
Okay, so in the inverse of
most
that, just in the inverse of
Oh,
that,
I like the inverse. Let's go.
I've dated dudes who are immaculate in bed, did all the shit I wanted them to do.
Ain't shit niggas coming up.
But I still got lied to and cheated on. Why? Because I gave that nigga something he did not have, was attention, right? So then he thought, looking at me, he was like, holy shit, I'm getting attention from somebody who's really fucking pretty. Holy fuck, I have a chance with other pretty women. Let me see if this shit only works on her or somebody else. And
Inverse
then he
law.
got attention from somebody else, and he did some shit he was not supposed to do with anybody else because he was still with me.
I'll let you in on a
right?
little secret. Nobody's ever gonna tell you this.
What?
You never stop looking.
Well, it's not that. It's
What?
that you never turn the game off.
You never turn the game off.
I mean, that's
The game is always
everybody
on.
fucking knows that.
Okay, if everybody knows that, then why are you surprised he did that?
Because this is back when I was 19 and
Oh,
I
well, I
had
didn't know
just
that.
started. No, like this
Yeah.
whole thing happened when I was 19, and this was like the second person I had ever dated in my life.
Makes sense.
Like before
Yeah.
then, I just used to avoid boys altogether, but that was literally because of all the shit I had seen my brothers do to girls and the shit that my brothers had taught
That's
me.
part of it. They ruined them.
So
Only girl?
it's like, yeah, I'm the youngest in my family. So with the shit that my brothers taught me and the shit that I had seen firsthand, for a long time, I just thought dudes were really fucking selfish and weird, and I didn't understand why they behaved the way that they did.
Everybody is. though.
Till I found out
Yeah.
that a lot of y'all are just fucking stupid.
Also true.
Yeah, but women are too.
I mean, we're fucking morons too.
Women
are more naive and less stupid.
And that's the rape part that I was talking about. Because you're naive is not my problem.
But see, that's the thing. But that is real spill though. Like, I used to be naive as shit when I was like way younger. But after the times that I've gotten hurt and shit, I was like, you know what? Maybe I just need to be a lot more fucking cautious.
But that's the problem, is that you shouldn't have to be more cautious with people because people are pieces of shit.
People are inherently pieces of shit.
No. But we want to motivate society to be better.
No.
It's not gonna happen.
This is what I mean.
Well, no, it does happen in capitalism. It's just, it only happens when we do things like saying, hey, if you have sex with a 13-year-old, you're definitely going to be locked up. Like, we're motivating people to be better. Because remember, it used to be 13-year-olds were fucking open season. You just had to marry her and you could go to town. I'm just saying, Edgar Allan Poe, look at the nigga up. Most of the marriages in the 1800s were basically from older men marrying younger women.
Yeah.
That was the style. And then we decided to, as a society, change that. But it was still happening. So what did we start doing? Oh, we have these laws now. So if you have sex with somebody super young, you're going to jail.
I would love to see who fought against those laws.
Yeah, I would love
My
to
wife's
read
12 and I love her.
Oh my god.
But there's probably somebody like
No,
that.
it's the accent.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. But no, I definitely hear you. Unfortunately, have to end this topic.
Oh.
But I'll give us one last topic. So the question that is do we want to talk about our good friend Chris Brown and dark-skinned women aren't getting married? Or do we want to talk about how a man used his wife's medical insurance to pay for his girlfriend's baby by falsifying records?
I have another one to add on to that one.
Well, I was only going to do one. Add a third option in here.
Did we? I don't think we talked about it. The whole situation where the girl was getting child support from this guy, but she has two or three other kids.
That's another.
And she was taking the child support money that she was getting from this guy and using them to pay for all the kids.
Okay, no, that's great. That's a third. We did something similar to that, but let's add that in as a third option. Reed, which one you want to do? Child support, lying on wife, or dark-skinned women problems?
I go with dark-skinned women problem.
Tommy.
I mean, we can do all three. I don't care.
All right, neutral.
He got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. So,
I mean, if we can knock him out real quick.
Well, I was just only going to knock out one. That way we can do it quick.
Oh, we're just
One
doing
or two.
Just do two.
Okay. Dark-skinned women problem.
Dark-skinned women problem. So dark-skinned women.
What's the deal with that?
Basically, dark-skinned women were having a conversation with Chris Brown on how he never has dark-skinned women out there. And this nigga pulled a fucking photo from his press kit from like 2008 with him and a dark-skinned woman who looked really fucking confused where she was and tried to say, see, I hang out with women who are whatever. But at the same time, this is the same nigga who say only fuck women who have 4C hair, which is, kind of very similar to what our guest has right here. But he was trying to make it seem like, oh no, I fuck with all women. How many women with 4C hair have hair that look like your hair? Not very many of them. Because most of them are generally look like Karuchi. Shout out to her. Great job finessing that nigga Chris Brown out of child support. But
okay, quick answer. He's a celebrity, and I'm sorry, when you have a lot of money, probably gonna do that.
Oh, we're not saying he can't.
Yeah.
We're just saying that this highlights a bigger issue.
What's the bigger issue?
And Chris Brown was trying to minimize it, which is that dark-skinned women don't get colorism, which is pretty big. It's really big in the UK for some fucking reason. It's here in America, but it's more so behind the scenes.
Okay, it might be because I think that shit's reversed. Because every time they talk about black men, I always see a lot of dark skinned niggas.
Well, no, you're right. You're right. There is a double standard in the sense that a lot of women have no problem doing like I just love me a dark skinned man, and then they want someone who has a hair like yours, but that nigga's normally some kind of Dominican.
It's not even. I hear women say they like. Media, everything. When they talk about black men, they always talk about you got to be dark skinned to be
either Idris Elba or you got to be something else. And then we'll throw in then we'll throw in John Legend just so that nobody can say anything. Like, look, we included John Legend. It's like that nigga's been married for so long. The nigga's been married for so long. And look at his wife. They almost the same color.
I feel like when we talk about men, it's always dark-skinned men. Like, we need more.
That is a good argument because I don't see, like, the light-skinned men that they throw up there is normally either Prince or old school Michael Jackson. But
even
they don't
when
really
it comes to women, I don't know if it's the same thing. Is it?
Well, no. That's what the argument that women were making was that we're dark-skinned and we don't get as much play because a lot of men are obsessed with women who have more white features, which tend to be women who are lighter. And that just is what it
Ain't nothing
is.
wrong with liking folks' hair.
I
Your
don't
fingers just
understand
go
that.
through it.
Listen,
I'm not saying that you can't
first,
like it.
Let me put this out there. Let me ask y'all this: who do y'all think have the most attitude, light skin or dark skin?
I'm not gonna answer that.
I think the people who had the most attitude.
Like bad attitude.
Are we talking about men or women?
Attitude,
Men or
their
women?
attitude is like
Women.
shitty, like women. Who
For
has
women?
the worst attitude?
White
Matter of fact,
women.
we gonna do both. We gonna
White
say
women,
black
white
White
women.
We
women.
gonna say
White
men
women.
and
You
men
just go
and
black
women.
people. Light
Oh,
skin,
black
dark skin.
people, light
Let's
skin.
go black skin and dark skin.
Light skinned women. I hate to say it.
I'm gonna say dark skin.
I'm going
What?
light
A
skin.
bad dark skinned girl versus a bad light skinned girl. Which one?
No.
No,
bro.
sir. Light skinned
No.
women
I'm gonna go
have.
with dark skin.
No, man. Dark
Light
skin
skin.
has the better attitude, bro.
Yeah, better attitude 10
Better
times out of 10.
attitude.
10 times out of 10.
I think we give light skinned women this thing. They call it resting bitch face, where you're
Well, no,
where they have that face that's unapproachable. You know
Well,
what I'm
no,
talking about?
I think the difference is that a lot of men, regardless of whether they want to admit it or not, want a woman who's going to have lighter babies with them. And you saw that with Kodak Black when he was like,
Nigga, I want
I'm not
tall
going to
babies.
go. I want. I get that. I get that. But like Kodak Black was like, I don't want my kids to go through. Like I like when.
Kodak Black in hell though.
Yeah, I know. But
Kodak
Kodak
Black
Black.
literally said he likes light-skinned girls because he feels like it's easier to break them down and control them.
Also true. He did say that. But he also said that part of it is because how much shit he got for how dark he is. He doesn't want his kids to
Yeah,
have to
he's
go
like
through
a
the
little
same
black
thing.
Lisa Simpson.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not
I
wrong.
feel like he got more of that shit because he's actually fucking ugly versus his skin tone, but that's just me.
I mean, I
I
can't
don't-
judge what he looks like, but I will take your word
That
on it.
nigga's definitely ugly, bro. Something.
I'm just saying, bro, like, just be honest, that nigga's ugly as sin. Like, no. Fuck
Ugly
that.
as sin.
Yes.
God damn.
That nigga's that's one.
So there is a little bit of a media problem,
We
but
have to
I
go
think
with-
you're right,
There's
Ari, in
not, there's a
that.
major media problem.
Well,
That's not no little bit. That is a huge fucking media problem.
that was what I was trying to go
It's
with.
the
Thank
black media's problem.
you. Well, no, it's
No,
not a
it's
black
all
media.
media's
It's all
problem.
media
We
problem
have to fix
because.
ourselves because we already know what they're gonna do.
Well, yeah, we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna put us against each other 10 times
Correct.
out of 10. But at the same time, I think Ari, you're right in that we need to have a conversation about why we don't have more light
Because
skinned men
like
heroes
even that show Blackish, I have my issues with that show.
and how they portray light skinned men or just black.
How they portray black people. It gives white people the quote unquote excuses we were referring to earlier that everything's all right.
Well, yeah, Blackish can't, but it has a lot more. I feel like the problems of Blackish are outweighed by its benefits, and that it portrays an honest conversation on a lot of subjects for black people.
Somewhat honest.
It's an honest conversation.
If
I'm
we
not
talk
saying.
about ADOS and then we talk about mixed people, we never bring up that you guys kind of benefited from white privilege.
No, not kind of. All the way.
Yeah, you do benefit from white privilege.
Because they want someone who
Obama-
looks more like.
Wait,
Well, we
who
don't-
benefits from white
Light
Mixed
skin.
kids. Mixed kids.
Light skin.
Mixed, not light skin, mixed.
Okay.
You can be light skinned and not be mixed.
Well, no, you're right. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is light skinned people have historically benefited. Because that brown paper bag test was legitimate. Like, if you were darker than this, brown paper
You know,
bag.
I don't like them yellow niggas, so I don't know.
Well, no, again, I'm not trying to put black people against black people because that's the issue we've had historically
Oh,
is that
okay.
we always fight against ourselves and we never get on the real enemy, which is white people's white supremacy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
But as a community, yes, we need to
Mixed.
have the conversation. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Because they are, if you have one, like Obama, we don't talk about this. When Obama turned 18 or whatever when his grandma died, you know that nigga got $500,000, right? When your grandma died, you get $500,000?
Nope.
I might get something, but
I
I
had
don't
to
know if it's
spend
gonna be
$500,000.
That's what I'm saying is typically black families,
She got a
your
lot of people
grandma
to give
died,
to.
you gotta, y'all niggas probably looking together to make for the funeral. Like,
Well, but that's a bigger black problem, which is, come shout out your boy Riker. We got that life insurance on deck in Georgia.
but hold on, next question.
I'm going to skip the other one and I'm going to go with Armstead's one. So this is a very complex issue.
Am I the only one with children in here?
Yes, I believe so.
You said who?
You
You have children?
right?
Fuck no.
Exactly. That's what we knew.
No.
Not yet.
So-
Oh no, I seen.
Okay.
I had this conversation already. So I already seen the video.
So the context for this is there was a baby daddy who went to go visit his baby mama's house. He asked to see his son. She said that he was staying over with a friend. And so the two of them get to talk. He basically asks her why his son is walking around in shoes that look like they're too small for him. She says that the child didn't tell her anything. And the argument devolves into her saying, look, the other three people who should be paying child support aren't, so I've got to spread the wealth around. And of course, this will set into an argument. Let's begin. All right, so you've seen the video. Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think that, yeah, it sucks, but that's how parents are going to be because You can't just have one kid out here nicely doing stuff because the other kids will fuck with that one. That just is what it is. They all live in the same house, and one of them has way better shit.
Do you think she was right?
I think it's not that she's right. It's called survival. Like, I'm not saying that it's right, Armstead, if you're hungry that you steal from the store. But what I'm saying is I fucking understand why you stole from the store because, nigga, you was hungry and you ain't eaten in 2 days. Her splitting all the money is not right. But, nigga, I'm not about to have one child out here in fucking really nice or just mediocre, not medium shit.
Decent.
Just decent clothing and have these other kids out here looking fucking bummy when I'm one woman and I have to work a regular job and I have to do childcare and I have to make sure that all these kids stay up and stuff. Like, we levy a lot of things on women, and that's something that R. Reed, that me and you have talked about off pod. In a perfect world, you're right. We would pay enough people to be able to live, and so your money that you give to your child, your baby mama would put that shit, child's mother would put that shit in a trust and maybe use some of it on your child, and when your child gets 18, she would hand that over to that child, and that would be fine. That's how rich niggas do shit. At the same time, we don't live in a fucking perfect world. And so being angry at a woman, now the way that she came at the brother was definitely fucking false and hardcore. Like, what the fuck you talking about how I spend his money? Like, he has a right to ask about how his money is being spent.
Like, that is his bread. He needs to know what the fuck's going on.
Well, not that he needs to know, but he has a right to ask. And
no, that's his bread. If, like,
the government is not gonna tell you fuck shit about how they truly spend money. They'll tell you what percentages went to.
We're not talking about the government,
but it's the same thing. It's taxation.
Niggas.
He's getting taxed because he had a child with her. Basically, she is stealing money from him. Let's be honest. She is stealing some of his money. No, it's stealing. All taxation is theft. Anytime that somebody comes in your pocket and takes some shit from there.
The word. She's blackmailing him.
Nigga, just go with theft. It's way better because blackmailing, it sounds like she's staying on top of this nigga's throat. Tell this nigga, what you gonna do is give me this money.
You go to jail.
Exactly. So let's just call it theft. Stealing his money. And I mean, theft.
Extorting him.
She's extorting him. All right, that's a better way. She's extorting him, and it's legalized extortion. He's not wrong to ask about it. But I don't think that you get to have a fucking receipt.
You get to have an opinion, but don't nobody give a fuck what your opinion.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You didn't have me in the first half, but you came back in the second.
Yeah, nigga, you can have an opinion. That's like I thought about let's say my child's mom has another kid.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I want my child to stun on her little punk ass sister, Happy,
Happy.
I would be like,
that's her sister.
Then you buy her shit. Like, you can't give a woman money and then dictate what she do with it.
Well, it's not even that. You're doing you want your child to be fine.
She is fine.
Well, no, I'm not that. I'm saying
if he
in general,
to be in Jordans, he should have bought her Jordans.
Yeah, he should have bought his child Jordans if he wanted his child to have Jordans.
Yeah,
but then you also don't want your kid to be the person with the nicest fucking shoes because nigga's gonna beat that nigga and steal his shit. That just is. This is what it is.
That ain't necessarily true, man.
True.
That ain't like that.
True.
Okay.
She about to fly.
You gotta put yourself in those shoes too. You're the woman with the kids, not just the man.
You got me. I feel like that money could have been handled like way better because the point that you made was survival. You can have a lot of really nice shit that does not cost you an arm and a fucking leg. If she wants all, like, the shit they got me in that video was like, well, my son deserves to have all the new shit and this, that, and the third. Okay, that's fine. You can get a lot of new shit, sure, but you don't have to spend a fucking arm and leg for new shit for your children to look decent. If you are getting $1,300 a month in child support.
That was the amount?
And yes. Yeah. If you are getting $1,300 in child support.
That fucking story.
Like, you, like, that.
It sucks.
I really feel like in those situations, like, the people is not managing the money the right way because if you get $1,300 a month.
We don't teach these people how to use money.
There's no way that you can dictate that.
Well, no, it's not even about no way to dictate it. You're right in that she's getting $1,300 a month. And on the surface, that sounds like it's a lot. But we also don't know what her child care shit is. We don't know if she got family.
I'm saying, like, no, that's
how
what
much is average child care?
Child care is expensive as fuck.
Than a motherfucker?
Baby care is expensive.
Child care can be expensive if you don't get that shit at the school.
Child care is not.
Child care at the
no, baby is expensive.
Baby is $1,350 a week if you go to the really nice places. $650 I think is what you said. Whatever. But $600 something every week is still a lot of fucking money.
But
now,
even so,
because when you get it gets cheaper as they get older. Because like after school, like 100, like if that 90 to 100, 120.
But she got 3 kids.
But even so, though,
she getting 1,300.
But she's only getting 1,300 from one person.
Plus that one.
No,
so 4 kids altogether.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that's the thing. But she's only getting $1,300 from one person, from one of those kids' dad. The other,
Yeah,
like
all
the
the
other
three
ones
niggas ain't
ain't
doing
doing nothing.
He didn't get on
So
child support. He must have fucked her over.
Yeah. Plus, she was trying to push for more money because when you got to spread that out over 4 kids, and the youngest of them
And
probably.
that's where it's fucked up.
Well, it's not that that's where it's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
It's not.
It's not that it's fucked up.
Right.
What you're thinking of, Armstead, is damn. How could she have 4 kids when she can't afford them? Or damn.
Why did I fuck this chick who had 3?
Yeah. Why did you?
Damn,
Because you
dog,
don't. Because
like-
remember, he's probably the first kid's father, so he didn't realize that this was going to be a pattern or behavior that she was going to
Oh, you know,
repeat.
yeah, it could have been the first kid.
And that's
yeah.
and even if he's a second child's father, or yeah, even if he's a second child's father, you still had sex with a woman who
Okay.
already had one baby
I'm gonna
daddy.
put y'all both in this lady's situation, all right? Let's say you get a woman, right?
Yep.
She got a kid.
Yep.
Y'all have a kid.
Yep.
Let's say they 3 years apart.
Yep.
Jordans come out.
Yep.
Both want them.
Yep.
Who getting Jordan?
My fucking kid.
My kid.
The reason is I'm gonna give that directly to him in addition to whatever the child support
You're
is.
not staying married. You're not staying married. Your wife is gonna leave you. Buy them both Jordans and just, or buy neither one of them.
You're right. You're right.
Buy neither one
But
of them.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood the scenario that we're still together. I thought this.
Yeah, you're still together.
Oh, we're
if
still
if we're
together?
together, then
Yeah.
they both get Jordans.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah.
leave out the house. You've been with this kid for, let's say I made it 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, so the kid's 17 and the other kid's
Your kid is 14.
14. All right, they want some Jordans again. Same goddamn.
I'm
shoes.
still.
It's
I'm,
about 10
at
years
this
ago.
point, since I've been with them, since I've been with them for 10 years, and I'm getting them both Jordans.
Yeah, in that situation right
so
there.
she's the
yeah.
mother of all these kids. You
Correct.
expect her to treat one kid different than she treats the other.
No, I'm not expecting that. What I'm saying is that I understand where Armstead is coming from a feeling of it's not my fault that the rest of these fuck niggas that you fuck ain't shit.
And then you can
At
buy
the
it.
same time, you're right, R.
Yeah.
Reed. There's nothing you can do about it. And also, I feel your point in the sense that, Tommy, we need to get beyond this whole idea of, oh shit, she done had these kids. We're trying to figure out how to manage everything because part of it is survival. Like everyone is trying to survive, and we got to be cognizant of that. We have to understand that her wanting more money, I don't think that he should have to give her more money, but more than likely it's gonna be a lot easier for him when he doesn't have to have the kid all the time to make more money than her when she got 4 kids to fucking manage and a
I just
household.
want to know where the other niggas was at in that situation.
The other niggas was probably, and this is the thing that we don't tell people, the other niggas was probably the flossy niggas that we was talking about earlier, doing all this nice shit, keeping everything going
She
well.
let them shoot up the club.
She let them shoot up the club because they was in
See?
their emotions.
Like, I be thinking about that type of shit too. Like, okay.
Women don't hold women accountable for that, so don't ever say that out loud.
Well, don't ever say that
No.
on television.
Okay, we ain't on TV.
Yeah.
But still though, like, okay. I've always felt like this.
Hit us up, Byron Allen.
Like, this is something I've always
Revolt.
felt like. I
Come
feel
on.
like both people do share a responsibility. Like, if you fuck around and get pregnant by somebody who cannot handle basic responsibility,
You fuck.
I mean, let's take out that whole anti-abortion bill.
Oh, no,
thing.
we already said that black people need to have more kids.
But it's like, okay,
I got a question.
if you sat here and you got pregnant by somebody
Correct.
who you knew ain't shit.
Correct.
And like he don't even take care of his other motherfucking kids. And you know this nigga don't take care of his other children. But you let this motherfucker put a baby in you.
Pause.
Like, no,
Pause.
you just
While she's dating that nigga, he's the greatest nigga in the world.
I mean, of course he
That's also
is
true.
He becomes
until
that nigga.
That's true.
Remember
and
that.
like I've seen that shit play out too.
Yeah.
That's why I feel
He ain't
like
shit. Like, then you should just look at it like, you knew that when you started dating him. But nobody
I
ever
have
said
told
that to him.
plenty of my
That's because you
homegirls.
don't have when you're in that situation, it's hard to accept that. And we live in a society where women don't have to accept that. They can just, especially black men, since they're the most disrespected creatures on the planet, they can always shit on
I
you.
feel that's black women and black men
No,
together.
black men.
I feel
Our
like-
women shit on us.
No.
Yeah.
Our women, our
Wait,
women
wait,
shit on
wait.
us,
I agree
but
with
we
that.
shit on our women as well.
Not like that.
bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
a
All
rap
these
song.
hoes out here,
That's a
man.
rap
I can't
song.
wait to
But
find out what
that's,
the
that's,
hoes.
that's,
be.
That's a
only
rap
that's only
song.
words though, bro. That's only just words.
Nigga,
we
how
talking
did
about,
you-
Okay,
we
wait.
talking about words
That's
and
a rap
physically.
song.
Can
That's
I
not
say
a
one
rap
thing?
song. Go ahead.
Can I literally say one thing?
Just say it.
And I got called a pick me for saying this shit, but I still stand by what the
Man,
fuck I
fuck
said.
that.
On some real shit. For black women who always say our black men don't love us and our black men hate us and don't treat us right and always pass us up for other people, this, that, and the third. Ma'am, the actions of Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone do not stand for David, Kevin, and the rest of them niggas. The only reason why y'all hoes really feel like motherfucking black men don't love y'all is because y'all keep dating men who who don't fucking like you. Y'all keep trying to build and establish relationships with men who just wanted to fuck maybe once or a couple times and then go about their business. Or as much as possible
until he goes away.
Exactly. Or until he gets tired of your ass or you get tired of him, and then it's like,
but the verse is also true.
And then it's like people are still under this weird ass facade that, oh my God, if I have a baby with him, then he'll change and he can be the man that I need him to be.
Niggas be on the same shit.
And it's like, nigga, no, like the same thing with men who do that, who fuck with ain't shit ass women.
That same nigga we was talking about before thought he could just change his girl on the second time. He thought that she would just change on the third time. This same nigga thought she would just change on the fourth. Like, niggas buy into the dream too. It's just we buy into the dream differently in the fact that we think, oh, we making up, so you gonna be a different person. And it's like, no, nigga, really what it is that you miss what's between her legs and how it felt. You just
wanted to fuck. That's it. That's all you ever had to say was you just wanted to fuck some more. That's it.
But the difference is that no one wants to take responsibility. Men on the sense where it's like, nigga, if you fucking a chick, whatever happens, if she gets pregnant, you're fucked. And you're signing that up when you decide to have sex. Women on the sense that in the event that this nigga decides to not be shit and says, fuck it, I'll go to jail, you're signing up for a long-term commitment by yourself, which is really built for a village. That's why we used to have everybody keeping track of all the kids. And if you fucked around, Miss Johnson beat your ass and your parents beat your ass. And I guarantee you didn't fuck around like that anymore. It's just, that's a community problem.
It is. Like, it really is.
But I really like where this has gone. Sadly, I have to bring this to a closure.
Why? Hold on. Did you want to get rid of the abortion bill?
What, the anti-abortion bill they finna pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they did pass.
Yeah, I don't want that shit to be out there because, listen, I shouldn't be able to not do whatever the fuck it is with my body. Correct. Because this irresponsible bitch couldn't get her shit together. Correct. And let's be completely honest, 60% of abortions come from fucking white women. Now, because of them hoes and all that shit, now correct. I have to say.
You brought into this because of white women.
Exactly.
Now, this is not to say your point that you're trying to point out, R-Reed, and I see it in your eyes, is that, yes, there have been 13 or whatever million black abortions that have...
That's not what I'm going to say.
Oh, what were you going to say?
It's not just your body.
Well,
excuse you?
It's not. He's saying once you get pregnant,
once you have
it's
sex
no
with
longer
somebody else, you have given up that effort for it just to be your body. Now, this is why I always say to women, right? Look, I'm with you with the abortion bill. I'm not with it. Kill that motherfucker. All right, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. Okay, whatever. However, this is what I say to you. What? That whole my body, my choice thing, once you have another person in your body, you have someone who has the at least choice for themselves. And as a male, I don't think it's fair that it's just your choice when we're talking about a third person. With exceptions
for pregnancies that would potentially kill a woman.
That's rape. Fuck that shit and kill the people.
Well, also, yeah,
that's life-threatening.
Well, yeah,
most of these aren't life-threatening. This is, I fucked around.
Yeah, no.
I'm with those are the ones I'm just like.
I'm just adding a disclaimer so that nobody comes for us later and be like, y'all nigga. And it's like.
I just think that my body, my choice, it only matters if that nigga broke, number one.
We're talking about the Drake problem.
For the most part.
It only matters if he's broke.
So basically.
If Drake got you pregnant, it is still your body, your choice.
I wouldn't fuck Drake. I don't find Drake attractive.
No, what we're saying is,
Drake.
Generally speaking, with people.
If it's a rich person and he got me pregnant, is it still like my body, my choice?
No, we're not saying that it's not. We're saying that oftentimes the my body, my choice argument is only made by people who are in a lower class. When it's you getting impregnated by someone who's rich and you're looking at this like,
let's say he didn't want to have it.
I'll be able to get 7,600.
Can I say this?
Go ahead.
And this is just like me. And
well,
this
you
is
as a woman.
This is solely just
me.
me.
We just talking about you individual. You going to individuals.
I haven't found anybody good enough to be my husband yet. Correct. And I'm not having a child until I am happily, like me and my husband are happily married and like our shit's in order or whatnot. Now that might sound like a pipe dream to everybody else,
not.
No,
but it's
that's how you should
my
fucking do
pipe
it.
Dream.
That's how you should fucking do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was raised up to be. And it's like this whole shit about, oh, well, what if you get pregnant? Okay, if I get pregnant, then I have to go to the clinic and give up $400 and get those 2 anti-abortion bills.
Well, you got
pills.
6 weeks now. That's the
no. Like I know that, but still,
if you figure it out early enough.
Yeah, but still, like 6 weeks. That is literally your period. That's not long just being enough. 2 weeks late. Of course, it's not long. Like 18 weeks made perfect sense, or 21 weeks made perfect sense. But my whole thing is, like, look, if I do not want to have a child, I am not going to have a fucking child, which is exactly why I am still on birth control. Granted, it is extremely rare that I get laid, but I don't like having periods. That's why I was on a depot shot for 5 fucking years.
What I'm saying is those people you're being responsible.
Yeah.
Well, no,
like,
it's not to say they're not responsible.
Like, I understand, like,
because a lot of them are on birth control.
That's what I'm saying.
Who get pregnant?
Yes, birth control, especially
Okay, no. That depends on what type of birth control that you are on, because
and also what years, and also the years, because every year it gets slightly less effective.
No, it doesn't. The Depo shot was the polar opposite of all that shit that they taught y'all. When I was on the Depo shot for 5 years straight in those relationships
Shoot
that
your
I was
club all the
in,
way up.
nigga, what? It was cream pie central. But with all of that being said, a nigga never got pregnant on none of that. Like after the first.
So you were saying you were the 99% in this case.
Well, but
here's my thing. The thing about it is, you can't get pregnant unless you you have a period in your menstrual cycle and shit works.
I know.
You can't get pregnant.
Correct.
The Depo shot, I think after the first year and a half or the second year, I stopped having periods. I didn't have a period for 3 fucking years. Greatest 3 years of my goddamn life.
they stopped that, didn't they?
No, you can still get that shot. It's
Well,
only
no,
$50.
there's a lot of birth control methods. The thing,
There's a lot of
Even the pills, like the effectiveness is still over 95%.
No,
the shit is
pills
still
are very
98% if you use the shit the right way. Like, if you miss one day on the pill, then the next day you just have to take 2 pills and you keep going. Now, if you miss 2 days on the pill, you have to throw your pack out and go get a new pack. That's where that shit is.
Yeah, and it
it's
also
like, now, if
depends
you-
on the woman, because not every woman is able to get the shot, or the pills. For some women fuck them up or cause other problems.
Exactly,
Every
that's
birth control
why-
has a problem. That's why we have like 30 of them.
I think
It's way
one of the
more
women's
versions
point
of birth
on
control pills and whatnot, right? It's some that are very light. It's some that are extremely strong. You just have to know, like when you go to the clinic, they're supposed to tell you all of it, right?
You really think they're trying
That's
to
the
tell
name
them
of the
black
episode,
girls?
by the way.
You said who?
You think they're really trying to tell all these
name of
women?
Cream Pie City.
Cream pie city.
I mean, they told
Nah,
me.
that's not gonna be the name of the episode. Well, not
Like,
because
here's
of
the
that.
thing.
Cream pie central.
This is too late in the
I
episode.
got on birth control when I was 18. Yeah. And I didn't know up from down. I didn't know what the fuck I was asking for, right? My mother, this is when my fucking clinic used to be like free. Anybody could go in there and get anything and it was no
Oh, you
questions
mean back in
asked.
good old days of Planned Parenthood?
Yeah, I
Oh
used to
my
steal
God.
condoms from there.
No, they wouldn't
give 'em to you. They
just
just
stealing,
go.
nigga. They give them to you.
They just give them to you. They be like, all right, what kind of birth control are you trying to get?
Remember back when
'Cause I
Planned
knew
Parenthood
back
had money?
Because I
still
knew
got
back
money.
then
No,
I
not
wasn't going to
really.
be responsible enough to take a pill every day.
these white
I used to be-
Republicans are very good at defunding places slowly over time.
Should,
Oh, black celebrities?
And white
Nigga, fuck out of
celebrities,
here.
all of them.
White celebrities don't give a shit about anybody. You know goddamn well that's right.
I just wanted a woman's opinion on that. I think we're on the same kind of realm, except for the my body, my choice. I think that's just something white women made up, or poor women made up.
I don't think it's anyone made
One
it
of the
up.
women made it.
What I think is that I don't
can't
think it was
just-
coined by necessarily a woman. I think it was coined by somebody who can't get pregnant, who was like, "This is very effective. Everybody will rally around this."
I didn't, because it doesn't make any sense.
No, hey, sir, you're not a strategist for women's rights.
Sir, but nobody ever questioned it. So it worked, because a lot of people say it, but it doesn't make any sense.
No, it.
Once you let another penis in your body and he shoots your club up, then your autonomy has to be questioned.
Well, no.
That's only if you're
But
not
that's
protected.
well, it's not even about protection. It's more of we're having an autonomy question,
Yeah.
and really, men won't have this thing until we have.
I'm looking out for my baby
No, you're not.
inside your stomach.
No, you're not. What you're looking out for is you want to question things, which is fine. We need people who question things.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need to stop the whole "my body, my choice" is absolute bullshit. There's nuggets of truth, but there's also something that it can be questioned in the sense that
Where about the
all right,
baby's choice?
where do we draw the line? Are we only drawing the line at anything past 3 months?
We drew that was our line, right? We said 3 months. If it's past 3 months, I'm just like,
Well, is it your choice up to 3 months, and then past that, you're giving up your
I don't
autonomy
think
for
they
the
have their
child?
brain develop at like 3 months, do they?
No.
That's
But at
way
the same time, we also need to make certain that we allow women to have this conversation, because really it's not a conversation for us to really have. It is
Yes.
a conversation.
Men get women pregnant, so men should be part of the conversation.
No, women should be in the conversation, and what
They
we should
should
be is consulting in the sense that, all right, but how would you feel for if you were
If you couldn't get pregnant without a man, then I don't want to hear nothing about it.
Yeah, but when they shortly are able to, in more mainstream, be able to get pregnant, then men are going to be complaining that women are taking them out of the fucking process.
They're
And that's
already
gonna-
taken out of the process, and you know that.
No. I'm saying like taking you out of the process. Like, as in,
nigga, these niggas ain't gonna be able to afford it.
No.
You know how much it costs to get a surrogate?
We're not talking about that. Surrogacy is very expensive. But what we're saying is, or what I'm trying to allude to here, is that this is something at the top that someone decided, my body, my choice. And then everyone all the way down to the ground made it stick. And then the ground are the people who are most impacted by this, because it's really not my body, my choice if you're going to have a nigga to support you. Whereas if you're at the top, it is really your body, your choice, because I don't need another fucking person because I got X amount of money coming in.
Check.
And so, like, if you see some of these, like, high-powered lawyers who are now, like, having kids by themselves, and people are like, oh my God, like, what about the father? She's like, nigga, I went to a sperm bank. Fuck all of that shit. I have my own baby. You can't tell me shit. And a lot of people are like, oh.
I wonder how those kids are going to be.
Well, those kids are going to be fine because, I mean, with the sperm test thing, they do all the genetic testing.
No. The nurturing part.
Oh, the nurturing part?
Yeah.
The nurturing part, I think, is...
we can just ask a lot of black people, right?
Well, no. The nurturing part for black people
is a menace.
Exactly, he is. The nurturing part is going to be different because when you have money, you are going to be able to take care of.
I don't think money.
No, money solves most problems. Let me rephrase that. Money solves virtually 90% of all problems. And the reason I say that is because the problem with the first scenario that we were bridging this off of is the fact that she didn't have money to take care of the kids. If she made enough money to where she didn't need that nigga's child support, then guess who would be showing up motherfucking J's with goddamn Michael Jordan shirts and fucking all that shit day in, day out? Them kids. And then his money would get put into a trust. That's what rich people do. You don't just hand somebody money. You're like, you're a child. You're probably going to spend it on fuck shit. I don't trust you. So I'm going to put it into a trust that you can get out of if needed. But when you're in a situation and you're on the lower end or lower class, because we just read an article today that's like 29% of the country is what we consider lower class, which is average income of $25,000. You can't make it work by yourself. So you are going to be telling, hey man, I need child support, government, because you don't have the ability to get things, especially with Trump making it harder to get welfare and some of these other things. And that's not just him, it's his whole administration. Like, he's not single-handedly looking at each poor person being like, fuck you, Corey. Yeah. it's not like that. But as much as great as this conversation was, I definitely want to bring everybody back. But what we're gonna do is we will hopefully have Tommi Vercetti back another time. And
when we're on Vault TV.
Yeah, well, no, before then. We'll definitely have you back. Did you want the people to follow you anywhere or anything like that?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, in that case, then this ends this episode of the Everyday Black Men podcast. Tommi Vercetti loves you. R. Reed is R. Reed. Armstead is still flexing, and it's your boy.
And that was the real
Black Man of Atlanta.